I've opened my game.
I don't have a clipboard.
I love my clipboard.
Right. This
The
is
fans love them too.
the first annual MMA awards by the people, not the stupid whoever makes them.
Whoever picked fucking Herb Dean for ref of the year. Sorry, spoiler alert. I really thought that came from memes. Where I saw it, I was like, "Oh, it's one of those memes where they're like, unbelievable."
I know why it's real, and I'll say why I think it happened when we do that one. But yeah, thank you all for coming on. This is awesome. This to me is going to be a yearly thing now, forever, and it can. I want to do maybe like a quarterly kind of review of the year as well, because as Aaron was saying in the background here, you forget all the stuff in Jan, Feb, and March so quickly. When you're looking through your notes or you're doing revision for this, it was like that happened this year, as you said. It was just you lose track of it so much. So before we go into the award categories, have you got any like crazy news about anything before we start?
If someone needs to confirm if Patty and Cerrone is going to happen on March 5th. That needs to be someone needs to call that off. That's the only news I have.
Also, Diego. Don't go to Eagle. Don't go to Eagle.
That. He's fighting
Kevin Lee at 165.
He shouldn't be fighting anybody.
If Diego wins, is he the greatest 165er on the planet? If Diego wins this fight,
gotta be.
Yes,
he's the best 165er in the world. Diego is gonna say that on the mic afterwards. After he wins a split decision, grapple fest. It's gonna be great.
Wouldn't be surprised if he didn't say anything. Just runs out screaming. Diego Sanchez.
He scares me, man.
He's so scary. Nuts.
Yeah, he's so far gone.
He is. He like can't finish sentences. He's such a nice guy too. He can't. He like trails off. He can't stay focused. Like his CTE could not be more present. And they're like, well, we'll sign him.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Eagle just straight up goes Bellator 2010 on us for a while and just signs like the Rampages of the world. I don't want to say any fighters if they're accidentally dead and I say them, so I'm going to just stop at Rampage. But yeah, I've missed MMA, guys. I don't know when the last time an event was, but I don't know what to do with my days. I'm straight
84 years.
I'm straight up Pablo Escobar in it on Saturday, just standing outside with my hands behind my back, dude. I don't know what to do.
I think it's been like a week, but it feels like it's been like a month or 2 months. It's wild.
Like straight up, MMA, mainly the UFC, of course, but MMA has really come throughout the pandemic somehow, some way. And yeah, so I don't know what to do with that. 1 week feels like it's been a month, like for real. We still have a couple more weeks to go.
We have the grappling tournament, the
on
jiu-jitsu
Thursday.
Tournament on December 30th. That's good. There's some big
Sean
Brady? Are you kidding me?
I have news to break from that. I can break this aspect of it. Stay tuned for other card changes, but Jillian Robertson is going to be on the card. It is confirmed. So she's going to be on Thursday against a local fighter. It was supposed to be a UFC fighter who pulled out, though. So
she'll rip through that, right?
Well, if she can get the,
we don't know. I mean,
2 eye pokes, she should be able to do this.
I would assume, but it's just regular jiu-jitsu, so no slaps. It's no combat jiu-jitsu this Thursday. So we have like straight up jiu-jitsu tournament going on Thursday on Fight Pass.
I like the combat jiu-jitsu. It was entertaining.
Well, the slaps are a main component of it. So if you can deal with slapping, then combat jiu-jitsu is your shit.
You can just slap someone enough. You don't need jiu-jitsu.
It almost worked last week at the tournament.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I don't have anything. I'm so excited to talk about these nominations with you guys and argue about your picks. It's all in good fun. But I am going to be, ready to push some certain picks if they come up, because I'm not ready to secede those as like the given. I see a lot of people picking certain ones. So
yeah, some of them are lost. I'll say that. I think there's a couple that you just
one is definitely yeah. Sorry. I'm excited to talk about this.
I know you are. Let's hear from Steve.
No, yeah, that's like I said, I think some of them are locks, but you have to at least throw in a couple that people aren't talking about, like we said, with the recency bias back in like January and February events that we forgot about. We're going to bring all of it up.
Don't you worry about that. I got some old ones on here.
We got to be open-minded here.
We'll start with the easier categories then, the ones that shouldn't be as much of a debate or argument. But we'll start with ref of the year because of
oh god.
Because we all better have Jason Herzog written down. I swear to God.
Well, I will say this: the reason Herb Dean I think won it is based on how many events he refed.
Yeah, like 111 or something.
Yes, I saw that 111.
Mark Smith.
And I felt like half of those for real. I remember saying at least half the fights when I saw he was reffing, I was like, "Oh God, Herb the Reaper Dean." And then when he's not the Reaper, he is like saving people when like they've had a sneeze, and they're like, "Oh no, it's like either it's too overprotective or not enough."
Feast or famine with fucking Herb Dean.
And if I was coaching, I knew Herb Dean was my ref. I would say, do a groin shot, do an eye poke. You're gonna get warned. Grab the fence. You're gonna get warned. Use your tools here.
Yeah.
And I've said this for a long time. I've probably said this to you, Lewis. The best fighter in the world used to be John Jones, right? How many of his fights did he have an eye poke in? Probably 95% of them.
I would have thought
maybe. Are you kidding? Whoops! I'm the best fighter. I control all my limbs and body perfectly. I'm accidentally eye poking everybody. Do it. The best fighter in the world did it. But Herb Dean's not my pick.
No,
Herzog, I feel like is my pick. And then honestly, I really like how he refs overall, and like judging how they judge the finishes is tough because they're reffing different fights. So the scenarios coming up are like different, and that's tough. But I like how he handles fouls. I like how he talks to the fighters. I like how he, kind of just keeps the fighters from like freaking out in a way. Chris Taione would be my runner-up because I think Chris Taione also does. He does a really good job of it. Sometimes he's a little bit too nice about it, though. He's like,
I know you didn't mean to. It was an accident.
He's like, you're doing great in there. That right cross. It's like, dude, it's like, calm down. So he's a little bit, but I feel like Chris Taione is really great as well. But yeah, my pick is definitely Jason Herzog. Like, I really think he works well. And for being such a little guy, he like commands like a big presence in there. You never look.
Don't hate on the little guy. He's got his black belt.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying from a physical perspective, he can even judge like the bigger fighters and be able to kind of command a presence. So yeah, Herzog for me.
He's not 6'4" Mark Goddard.
He's not big Mark Smith or whatever, who like Mark Smith like yells at fighters and like uses his like big assness to like scare him. He's like, "Hey, stop it!" It's like, okay, big. Like,
I like Beltran because he's all across the board.
He's
everything.
That's a great
man.
Yeah.
He's no nonsense too, which I like. He seems pretty on point. If I couldn't pick Herzog, which I'm going to, I'd pick Beltran because he's fun. Plus the beard. Come on, dude.
Yeah, you can't miss it. He tucks it in as well, rolls it in.
Yeah,
can't beat that.
Yeah.
I think Mark Smith is a good shout based on. But I said to you, Bunny, last week, the best thing about a ref is you're not meant to notice them. They're meant to be invisible in the cage, and Herzog is invisible. You never notice him. And whereas like Mark Goddard to me is like, he's the new Herb Dean of 10 years ago. He is the blueprint of how to ref. He does he teaches the referee courses. But Herzog is just this year, no mistakes at all.
Phenomenal.
Third overall most fights refed and 0 mistakes. Whereas Herb's refed double the amount, but he's got 30 mistakes in him.
And he takes the talking points away from other fighters. Like most people end up talking about Herb Dean, and we're supposed to be talking about the fighters. Like, you hear anybody talking about Herzog? No, because you don't see him because he's doing his fucking job.
Exactly.
Herb Dean has got his own thread every fucking fight he refs. It's about the fighters,
Yeah. So does anyone have a nomination other than Jason Herzog, like the proper one?
Steve?
No, I honestly, it's crazy that we could really pick like 4 or 5 other guys that aren't Herb Dean, who was picked by.
Yeah, Herb Dean is not even nominated.
He's the highest paid. He refs the most fights, but you never feel more uncomfortable watching a fight than when he's in there, and it's always a main event, and you're watching it, and you know something's gonna get fucked up, and it happens.
Herb only comes above the guy that did that one fight, and I cannot remember his name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And he got kicked off after one fight.
Yep.
I cannot remember for the life of me who it was.
Are you talking? Is it the Brazilian ref who let the guy get beaten half to death?
He's a Polish ref.
Oh yeah, that guy was really bad. Yeah, I don't remember. His name.
Someone filmed me. Do you know what fight it was?
He never refed again.
I tweeted it. No, he literally got pulled from the card mid-card.
And I haven't seen him. Yeah, I remember that. I do definitely do not remember. I love Beltran though as kind of a quiet shout out. Like I just feel like he doesn't ref enough. Maybe he
does in other smaller FCs. Like he was at the combat jiu-jitsu thing last time, and he did a great job. Like, the only reason you notice him is because he looks like a biker boss. Like other than that, he does his job and he shuts the fuck up. I love it.
I didn't even write him
Herzog though.
Yeah, Herzog would be my pick too. I didn't even think about Beltran though. So
no one's rooting for cigarettes and alcohol. No one's rooting for.
I mean, he gave me my most viral moment in internet history with a random meme. Where I'm yelling about drunk or not meme. It's a clip on Instagram where I'm yelling about Keith. I'm very proud of that. That's the only thing I've ever done.
People love that.
Very aggressive. I respect that.
Yep.
I've got the fight. The fight was between Zaleski dos Santos and Benoit Saint Denis. The referee's name is Vyacheslav Kiselev.
Yes, I see rolled that. Right off the tongue, eh?
Oh, that's a tricky one.
Dos Santos beat the hell out of a lightweight for 15 minutes when Dos Santos is nearly a middleweight.
Jason Herzog and I have also had a couple we've been in contact.
A little biased.
Jason Herzog, shocking. Oh man, Herzog has not been interacting with my comments on Instagram. I guess Chico's not good enough for him. Let's go. Can we get over with Coach of the Year just real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. I was about to say let's. So Jason Herzog is our ref of the year.
Why is it? You know who I'm gonna pick, Aaron? You little slut.
I'm curious.
Everyone knows.
If you're so let's hear the argument. Bunny. Yeah, your pick for.
Gentlemen,
there is a 1B. There is a 1B.
So the three of us, I can speak for us, I guess you could say, and we'll hear from Bunny afterwards. Yeah, you didn't get the memo because he went 6-0 this year. His fighters went undefeated on the second to last card of the year. Champion, and the People's Champion. It's Trevor Whitman. I mean, he's like a movie at this point. He watches his fighters just get knockouts and he doesn't react. He just sits there.
Low-hanging fruit, though. I'm
sorry.
It's too true. It's just too true.
It's sometimes the right choice is the only choice.
You're right. I mean, I have no argument against it.
Yeah, I love.
I'll tell you the runner-up, but I have no argument.
Okay, so maybe we all can talk about our.
As well.
Maybe we'll all talk about a runner because, honestly, it's just not fair. Trevor Whitman, it's the only argument against him is you should pick more shitty fighters to also coach. Spread the love, bro. Don't just pick all the best fighters. But it's he's picking the best. So besides him, who would be? I would say for me, it would be the James Krause. I still really like that.
Even this year, though, I feel like he kind of had an off year. From being honest.
Yeah, I'm curious to see kind of how some of these fighters bounce back. And he didn't have as sexy of a year, but I just still respect that he really is staying committed to both his fighting and the coaching. You're not seeing one or the other slipping yet. And I get the results weren't as much there, but I mean, he still has Grant Dawson. He still has a potential title contender, which Grant Dawson against Islam Makhachev. I would like to see that fight, just saying. Because I think that's one of the few guys who could out Makhachev, if anybody can do that. But yeah, he would be my runner-up.
Okay. My runner-up's a bit different. It's not in the UFC.
I love that.
It's Dan Hardy. It's Dan Hardy.
It's Ashley Grimshaw and Brad Pickett for coaching.
Right out of left field. I love it.
Dominic Wooding winning 3 knockouts since he got this tightest split decisions in Bellator, came over to the Cage Warriors, whoops the champion, defends it twice, all crazy knockouts, and now he's yelling at the UFC, and then he shouts church into the mic every time. I mean, and now
you picked the Bellator coach.
I mean, it sounds like you're picking Dominic. It sounds like you're picking Dominic Wooding for Coach of the Year, from what you just said.
He's self-coaching. No, actually, Grimshaw and Brad Pickett, great British top team now. Now it's officially set up. Brad Pickett is the host. I guess he's the Mike Brown. I don't know of it. That's the only way to think of it. But yeah, I mean, they've been phenomenal with him, and they've got loads of fighters under their roster. It's too many to name, but Nathaniel Wood's under there, and you'll see him back next year as well for sure.
Phenomenal pick. Just round of applause.
Runner-up though. Still, Trevor's better.
Hey.
Trevor did better still though.
You need to be educated. You got to tell the people what else is out there, and I think that's a great option. Right?
Cage Warriors is right on Fight Pass too, guys. Like it's right there, and such good fighters. People are gonna know who Dominic Wooding is. He might be in the conversation of like Fighter of the Year next year for a lot of people. I think he
might be in someone's prospect of the year.
See what we're up against here.
Yeah, Dominic Wooding. I mean, if people haven't seen him fight yet, it's just. I mean, he had a close loss in Bellator, so and then he went over to Cage Warriors, and those highlights. They speak for themselves, but that's a great call. Ashley Grimshaw, old school wrestler too, so they really have the wrestling and striking covered there. I love that pick.
Steve, are you also with Whitman?
So I'm definitely picking Whitman, but I can
I think that's
give you my backup
consensus. Plan. Now, what's your backup?
So my backup, Eugene Behrman. I think City Kickboxing had a good year.
Okay.
Obviously, Izzy's still champ. Volk had a great defense.
Yeah.
Kai Kara France is on the come
Kai
up.
Kara France, dude.
Is Brad Rydell still with them, right?
Yeah.
He had a pretty good year. So I think, just given the champ status, I think you could give him like a vote.
Yeah. You don't mean that.
I just watched The Ultimate Fighter season 24. Kai Kara France was on that one. So I'm riding that Kai Kara France.
Team Cejudo, right?
I love Kara France.
Yeah. Oh, he's incredible. I don't know. You ask some new viewers, they don't know who he is. I'm like, you need to do some research because he's coming. Phenomenal.
He just has a fight coming up too is it Askarov?
Yeah.
I think they just
did Kai just sign with Askarov?
Yeah, that's a tough
God.
Can't wait to see him back.
Sorry, Kai.
Kai.
That's a tough fight.
Kai is getting grounded for 15 minutes. Go to your room, Kai. No dinner. You are getting grounded by the half-death.
You can argue he doesn't take easy fights. Then go, Kai.
Absolutely.
That's why he's 20. That's why he's 22-9. Absolutely, Kai Kara France does not take easy fights. I love. Yeah, fights or losses are a requirement of MMA. Look at the champion Brandon Moreno. He got cut from the UFC before he became champ.
He was also on season 24 of the
it's so fun to go. Yeah, great call.
Good history.
Wow. Well,
I'm gonna pick Eddie Baracco and Casey Hillstead because I'm extreme sore all the way.
And
yeah, I know. Shake your heads. I got it. You knew it.
No.
You don't know. They had a lot of wins themselves, and they had two fighters on the Bellator card that I saw. And Jeremy Kennedy was. Why are you laughing, Aaron? Jeremy Kennedy was phenomenal, and then he's done a good job. He's got a good camp there. The two of them. Extreme Couture is a good camp.
It's a good camp.
Shout out to Eddie Baracco and Coach Casey.
Like
But Whitman.
Right? But Whitman wins.
Are we sure we don't want to go with City Kickboxing's Eugene? What is his last name?
Eugene Behrman.
Eugene Behrman, who just drives me. I just don't like Eugene Behrman's personality, so I hold it against him, like coaching wise, because every time he always talks shit about like Robert Whitaker and like that fight being. And now that fight's happening allegedly. So
no, it's not. Until they glove touch, it's not happening. I don't buy it. Until I see them in the octagon, it ain't happening.
I feel you.
I know we've been talking about it for the last year and a half. Until I see them touch gloves, I don't believe it's happening. I'm so tired of talking about it. Let's see them in the octagon.
We're gonna do another easy one. In my opinion, it's easy. I hope someone throws a curveball, but we're gonna go with upset of the year.
It's too obvious. It's too
obvious, right?
Yep.
But
I didn't write it down as one of my three.
You didn't?
I have one that
because I refuse to believe it was real. I'm in denial. Fuck that. It didn't happen. So I'm not gonna go with Pena versus
No, that one's like low hanging fruit.
Sorry, someone else lead off. I get excited on all of these. I'm sorry.
Go on then. If Pena's not your one, go on, give me a nomination that argues it.
I have
the greatest female
ones that not everyone would pick.
So I have.
But can you beat it?
I have three different ones.
Okay,
actually.
hit me.
So we'll start with my two UFC ones, and then I have one from Bellator. For UFC, Action Man over Phil Haas. I was there live, got to see it. Like, come on,
Yes.
Chris fucking Curtis, baby. What a story. Like 34 fights outside the UFC, had retired, like was fighting at middleweight against murderers in PFL. He fought like Cooper Kurmagomedov like twice, and then he got cut by the PFL. And it's just like he's like the best story in MMA this year, in my opinion.
Credit, Chris Curtis.
Like he's unbelievable, like and everything like that. Another one people kind of forgot about. I remember breaking this down with Steve back in the day. Mr. Derek Lewis, baby, the underdog of underdogs here against Curtis Blades. This was one where like I just was like Blades, rinse and repeat. As long as he doesn't get hit in the first 90 seconds, like it's like this is Curtis Blades all day. And I get it. I think Blades was only like minus 400, but still, like it seemed like it was just a crazy shot. And then Big Tuna, baby, Big Tuna over Christian motherfucking Edwards. That was enormous. It was the same odds as Pena and Nunez, and it was earned in blood. Edwards didn't give up.
Hilarious.
Big Tuna with the big right. Those are my three. And I would say Big Tuna over Christian Edwards would be my nomination.
Wow. Big Tuna over Christian. I love that. I actually had a feeling you were going to do that because I did that breakdown with you and we were just saying he's going to die.
Yep. Yeah, we were so wrong on that one. I had like several comments.
He looked brilliant. It wasn't like a lucky shot. It wasn't any. It was just he was amazing.
It was beautiful perfection.
I'll never bet against him again.
Big fucking Tuna. Still working as like an air traffic controller, you know. Like,
those are the best stories.
Yeah, he's still got that full-time job. He hasn't been back in there. I can't wait for him to be back in there. Go Big Tuna.
He's funny.
I can toss one out there.
Go for it, Steve.
So
I'm not really sure if it's like a huge upset, but I know that everyone wanted Mackenzie Dern to win, and I do love Mackenzie Dern, but I picked Marina to win that fight, and she did.
I did too.
And that to me, again, we're picking under the radar fights, and my upset is going Marina versus Mackenzie Dern because the whole world wanted Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah, she's a hype beast, and people are
gorgeous.
forgetting about Marina Rodriguez. They really are. She is coming up though. She's here actually. You know what? She's here.
But from everything I saw, and again, you guys are the betters, so like you see a whole different perspective. I just go with what I see from who I interact with. So to me, it was like, everyone was riding Mackenzie Dern, and I said, well, don't underestimate Marina's hands.
Mm-hmm.
And
they underestimated Marina's hands.
They certainly did. I mean, it came down to decision, but nevertheless, it was a good fight. It was fun to watch, but that's my pick.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I loved Marina. I love Marina Rodriguez. So
she's great. She's underestimated.
I've cashed it with her as an underdog quite a bit, including on that card.
Fight? Yeah, on that card you did.
Amanda Rivas, I sure did. She cashed twice,
underdog.
And she cashed twice in that spot. She knocked her out twice. So it's just,
right.
She's and her losses are extremely close. Her loss,
the Esparza fight.
Yeah,
I didn't have that exciting draw, so like people forget about her.
I was not ready to talk about Marina Rodriguez tonight, so thank you for picking her because honestly, she's one of my favorite fighters. I'm a huge fan of her. I think she's got legit championship potential. She's experienced. She's got a really good coach that I think only coaches her. Like they seem very close.
She's what the division needs too. They need.
She's exciting. She's exciting.
I think she could make a legitimate run.
Female fights are not like my go-to unless it's a big name. So like she restores my faith. No offense, female.
No, she does it.
I can say it. I'm a female.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let me toss one out there.
Do it.
Go on.
Anthony Hernandez over Rodolfo Vieira.
Hey, my boy.
I forgot about that one. And not only did he win the fight, but he subbed him.
Yeah.
And that paid out like whatever, 120 to 1 or whatever it was. It was insane.
Did you get on the fight?
No.
No. I was all over Vieira too. That's a great call. Like just in the jiu-jitsu world, to tap him out with a guillotine is with a mat tap. He tapped the mat. That is like that is not going out and tapping the opponent. That is exhaustion. And he trains at Fusion XL in Florida. And I've heard through the grapevine that he gasses quite a bit in camp as well. So he seemed to have adjusted that against Dustin Stolfhouse in his last fight because he went to the 3rd round. So maybe that humiliation really taught him after. But Fluffy Hernandez just kind of like, is he good? Is he not good? Like,
Right.
What the hell? Like he
was
like,
a big underdog, if I remember correctly. I feel like he was like plus 500 or something.
At least.
Come
He was
on,
big.
what?
It was massive.
I
It was
hate that
massive.
shit so much.
This was one where like I broke it down for a very short amount of time. I was just like, jiu-jitsu, he's just better. Like Vieira had him down. Vieira had him in arm bars. Like Vieira had him in submissions. Like man, Steve's good picks by both of you guys.
Yeah,
I like these are all really, really great picks.
All right, Lewis.
I know.
Look
I
at
know.
Lewis sitting
who I'm
back like
voting-
the architect.
I know who I'm voting for now.
Ooh. Well, who's your pick though?
Shit, did I sell Steve too much? Steve sucks.
I like
No,
you're doing
it's
great.
not Steve, unfortunately. But it's because I bet on Phil Hawes and he fucked me.
Yes, I bet on him too.
remember.
That's where the betting comes
I got
in,
11 out
yeah.
of 12 right on that night. And if I got the 12 right, I would have won a lot of money for a very little bet. And,
Action man.
and
Action
you
man.
messaged
was
me
looking
after
good, too.
with like a shock face. I bet against Curtis.
Manny's in the chat right now. He brings up Aspen Ladd. I'm not an Aspen Ladd fan, Manny.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, why are we talking about Aspen Ladd?
Read the chat, bro.
No, I'm saying to him, why are we talking about?
I guess Fluffy trains with Aspen Ladd. Which
that's good.
Oh, okay.
Good for it.
Manny, I love you though. So
I do remember messaging you about I couldn't believe you bet against Chris Action Man. And that's why they call him Action Man, because he ruins
That's
the
why
action.
he's my vote. He's got my upset of the year.
okay,
That's
cool.
for me.
I like
For
it.
me,
That's a good pick.
There's so many great picks on this, and if we weren't bitter, Pena and Nunes was kind of a big upset too, I guess. Whatever.
I know, I was talking so much shit about that.
Like no one even wants to talk about that. Like if we liked Pena right now, it would be the Whitman pick right there, wouldn't it? But we don't.
No,
so
but
we're
all
like
she's
we're
so
like
cringe,
we're like
man.
let's just wait for the second one. Let's wait for things to be
Yes.
set right when Nunes focuses. Nunes is paying attention now.
Oh my god, I can't even relive that moment, dude. That kills me to watch.
Oh,
that kills me.
We'll get to 269 in a bit, but that was traumatic. I'm still not fully healed from 269. 269
based on
hurt.
we're not fully healed from it, I think does that win automatically? Can you pick
It
any of the
does.
nominations?
No.
But
I mean, it was one of the
it's one of the greatest of all time, right?
It is.
Yeah, no, we just did. Chris
We
Curtis.
all rolled
Chris
our
Curtis.
eyes.
Chris Curtis beat Juliana Pena. Chris Curtis. We can't vote for Juliana Pena.
I'll vote
Action
for
man.
Chris Curtis.
I'm good with Chris Curtis.
And for the bonus, he had another upset again in his next fight. So he did it
He
again. He
did
doubled
it
up
again.
on it. He did it again.
That
And he was a
against
huge
him.
underdog again. I can't send him again. I'm like, oh, and now he's going to be like minus 300. Oh, pay. Sorry.
Do you know what? I think if 3 people here are voting for Chris Curtis,
I'm good.
Yeah,
with
Chris
Curtis.
I'm
Curtis.
good with Chris.
Four?
I like
We
Chris.
got-
I
we
saw
got
him
4?
live. I'm there. I'm with
Let's
it.
do it.
Chris Curtis versus Phil Hawes is the
Chris.
upset of
That's
the
a
year.
good pick.
Yeah, hell yeah. I love it.
I
Absolutely.
threw Marina out there as a curveball, but come on.
Nice, a good curveball.
Yeah, no,
I like
everybody had
Marina.
great picks.
Yeah, man.
All right, moving on.
All right, we've got a fun one because this is going to cause a lot of controversy, I'm sure. We're going to go straight to knockout of the year.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Let's
And
just jump right into it, shall we?
Go ahead, Bunny. Go ahead. Get it.
Go for it. Give us one.
All right, my whole heart wants to pick Poirier over McGregor, but I won't do that. I won't do it
Do
for the
it. Do
sake
it.
of argument. I'm gonna pick Sandhagen to Frankie Edgar because it was a sick flying knee.
Okay.
You're right.
It
It's
hurt
not
me
even on my
and-
nominated.
What'd you
It's
say?
not on mine either.
It's not on my nominated, so I'm glad.
Oh, it's definitely on my. It was on my nominated.
I have a bunch. This is a
It
fucking.
was super depressing to see Frankie go
It
down
was,
in slow
but
motion.
You can't argue that was not. That was like perfect.
It was the
time.
flashiest
Phenomenal.
knockout of the year by far.
If-
But then you see
anybody-
Frankie's
if-
second fight
maybe.
against Cheeto, and you're kind of like,
Where he
"All right,
turns
it's
into a
not that
Simpson
crazy."
character.
I probably
That
could have
was
landed
crazy.
that too, dude.
Oh, God.
But
else you got? What
since
else you got,
you
buddy?
all seem to have your picks, I'm going with Poirier just to throw the fucking. I'm gonna mess things
No,
up.
I like the
Poirier
Sandhagen
over
pick.
No,
McGregor.
I like the
Sandhagen.
Sandhagen.
Final
pick.
answer. The first.
I want us to all have different ones. That's the best argument.
Okay.
That's a
Well,
good one. To
here we
have.
go. We're all gonna have
Okay.
different ones.
Go on then, Steve.
You
first
seem
one.
excited, Lewis. What's yours?
Oh, you want mine?
You wanna-
Okay.
You can go.
Knockout of the year. My first one is Prochazka versus Reyes, the spinning back elbow.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that one hurt me. That was supposed to be Reyes' comeback.
Right.
Oh,
I
he
cannot
was
stand
playing with
Reyes.
Reyes.
I cannot stand Reyes.
Why?
I
Man.
cannot
What's
stand
wrong
it.
with you?
The
Oh,
dude
I
is
met
salivating.
I met Reyes in Boston after the fights in Boston when
Against
he
Weidman.
knocked out Weidman, and I was
Why do you
telling.
hate him? I don't get that.
Oh no, I don't.
I'm talking to Lewis, Aaron.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lewis.
Bit of a
Please.
This is his
douchebag.
pick.
Oh,
Why
no,
do you hate him so much?
it's just something about him. I just don't like him. I like his
not an
fighting. I
excuse.
just don't like him. Well, all the interviews just a douchebag. So
Look at his, but also like, look who he's faced and look who he keeps losing to. He faces all these studs and like
He
keeps
almost
losing.
beat John Jones.
John
Alright.
winning it. I'm one of those.
I've
But,
had him and Gustafson and Santos just hang out together and be like,
Yes.
my best fight ever was losing 5 rounds to John Jones.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this personality of the year or is this
No.
knockout of the year? Okay, all right.
Damn
Just
it.
want-
I don't hate Reyes. Don't
No,
throw
that
me
was
in
an
here.
evil knockout, though.
That was
It
an
That
was,
put
and it
Yuri
was
on the map.
terrific.
People are scared of him.
That's
It
one of my
was.
3. Go on, Steve. First one.
That's
I'm
very
going to
valid,
throw out.
Lewis.
I actually last minute changed it. I am going to go with Michael Chandler over Dan Hooker.
Yes!
In that moment, we had no idea what we were going to get out of Michael Chandler, and it turns out he knocks out Hooker, but then he's also fighting for the belt after that. That was just a monumental moment for Michael Chandler, and that was a vicious knockout. Loved it. Loved the stakes.
Prove
Loved
that
everything about
Bellator
it.
fighters are valid and that there
Yep.
are other fighters that can cross over.
I
and
agree.
do shit.
That was a big moment for a lot of people.
Absolutely. I love that pick so much. Michael
That's a good
Chandler's
one.
dope.
Aaron's looking with disgust.
He
Yeah.
should have
No,
because he saw him live too. It gave him one of the best fights of the fucking year.
I did see him live, pointing here, pointing there, doing whatever he was doing, pointing all over the place. But Michael Chandler is a good pick, you know, by all means. But I have a couple Bellator
That was a
hipster
good
picks to
pick,
throw
though,
in
Steve.
there.
That was a good pick. I
Um,
love Dan Hooker too, so that one hurt, but that was a good pick.
It hurt.
It's it.
we all love nostalgia, you know. Right now, like that Superman, Spider-Man movie. Sorry, Spider-Man, not Superman. Spider-Man movie's out, and it's like all like memberberries, right? It's like showing like stuff from the past. Like, I remember that movie. Fedor Emelianenko as an underdog in Russia, getting the knockout of Timothy Johnson with the perfect Fedor right hand, like flatlining him. That's just completely clean. Like it was just a throwback, and he was an underdog to throw a little extra on there in Russia, and it was just that was just like picture perfect Fedor. Like I thought that was 10 years out. I thought that wasn't ever coming back this decade. So to see it in
Fedor was an
2021,
underdog though.
yeah, crazy.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, people counted Fedor out, and in Russia, like that's not exactly the best decision. So I definitely like Fedor, and then I have a couple Bellator prelim fights as well that stuck out to me.
Awesome.
Let's hear it.
We'll go around again. Go around again.
Okay.
I already said mine.
Dominic Wooding. You've only got one
I
or
have
two?
three.
You got 3. Okay, you got one. You got another one then.
Or
Yeah.
I got Poirier
Dom-
and then Sandhagen.
So are you going with Wooding?
I got Wooding versus Carlos Abreu with that overhand right into a flying knee in his last fight out. That was, you know, I'm gonna chat Cage Warriors as much as I can. So
Yeah,
Dominic
definitely
Wooding
should.
is
Do it, dude. That's what this whole show's
he
for.
needs so much credit for coming into that because no one knew what they were getting from Abreu. It wasn't like they knew Dominic was probably going to win that fight, but it's just the manner he's doing these. They're getting shorter and shorter, and it's just 40 seconds in, and he does it. And you know, he's just crazy shouting for UFC, you know, shot now. So I like Wooding it for me. I don't think it's going to win knockout of the or you know, you guys aren't going to vote for it and stuff, but it needs a mention. It needs an honorable.
I wonder if it will probably
That's
win
what
Cage
this is all
Warriors.
about, dude.
it
was
could
probably
win
Things
Cage
that
Warriors.
nobody thinks of.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Cage Warriors has had a ton of great knockouts, but I don't think anybody's had better ones than Wooding's had. Again, like
Three finishes.
Yeah, he's so exciting. And again, he's got those losses early on in his career that are just going to make him better. He doesn't have an 11-0 record. He doesn't have 12-0 with 45-second. He has losses by so that's a really good one.
Go for it, Bunny. What's your third one?
I'm picking. I changed my mind to Chandler over Hooker.
Okay.
Chandler was
Thank
fresh
you.
in my mind against the Gaethje fight, so I completely forgot about what he did to Hooker. And I'm a huge Chandler fan, have been since he entered Bellator like 10 years ago. So
Yeah,
I'm switching my vote, even though
Chandler has my favorite almost knockout of Charlie Olives.
It was so close. Oh my God, he was
That's
so
my
close.
favorite almost
So
knockout
close.
of the year. Like that was so close.
Can we have a subcategory almost knockout of the year?
Yeah, Chandler over. That's a Whitman of that category. Just
he was
clears
so
it.
close, dude. He rocked him.
Just needed 4 more seconds. Like you
I
really
know.
did.
Steve looked like.
Yeah,
Go
let me
on.
toss. Would you count the Rafael Fiziev head kick on Brad Riddell?
Oh, the wheel kick.
Yeah, totally.
I gotta throw that one in there because that was a thing of beauty. He had him on the ropes there, and just the timing and the setup of that kick was phenomenal. And he's another guy who's putting. Yeah, he's so
you call
good.
out Hezbollah. You don't do that unless you fucking.
Yeah.
Fiziev.
But I think that's worth mentioning for sure.
It is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Chris Barnett against John Vellante doing the Lord's work of getting rid of John Vellante from MMA.
How does he have that much energy
What a
after
nice
his
guy.
walkout is what I want to know.
I don't care if he's a nice guy.
What a nice guy he is.
I'm gonna miss not having to do homework on one fight when John Vellante is on the card. It's just like, who's he fighting? That guy. It's just like that's plain and simple. But yeah, I also really liked Roman Feraldo over some bald guy named TJ Turnquist. If you look it up on YouTube, he literally calls his shot. He's like, "I'm about to flying knee you," and the guy is like, all right, and then he just flying knees him. It's just like, oh man, that was awesome. So
that's a really good show. I remember doing the show with you. We both just said if he doesn't, I think I said if he doesn't win, I'll shave my head and wear a t-shirt.
Yeah. The other guy. He was being Bellator was Bellatoring at that one. And
funny, Scott Cocker's on here as leading man of the year against Dana White. I want to be like, all right, where's Scott?
Oh, man. I gotta give it to Dana. I gotta give it to Dana for leading like all of major sports through. COVID to be the first to come back. So
that's why it's funny that Scott he's on there. That's hilarious.
Scott Coker got Fedor a win in Russia though. So I mean Scott Coker.
Did Fedor get Fedor's win in Russia though?
Yeah, a little bit column A and B.
I've got one more. Which, to me is the winner, which is Joaquin Buckley versus Kasanganay.
No.
Was that
was this year?
No,
that couldn't have been 2021.
No,
that couldn't have been 2021.
What date?
I will tell you now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There's no way.
April or March. That was in April or March.
You're fucking shitting me.
Yeah.
There's no way. That's got to be 2020.
The one where he
That's
stepped in his hand.
Is it 2020? Is it 2020? Because it popped.
It was
up.
2020.
I was
Because that was 2020 knockout of the year.
I was gonna seriously question everything I believe.
Shit.
I was about to be like, I'm in the fucking Matrix. Like, fucking unplug me now because that did not have. Holy shit! I was like, how did I not even
Time
consider?
goes quick, but not that quick.
Okay, then you're fine.
And it was a cool knockout.
Thank you, Manny. Thank you, Manny.
Okay, October. Yeah,
thank God. Thank God.
Many coming in with the knowledge. Thanks, buddy.
Rose head kick. Anyone?
Yes. Oh my God.
I figured that was going to be like kind of the obvious one almost.
Nah,
that was
not for that one. Because I'm a big Wiley fan. It was great, cool, but
it was so shocking. No one saw that coming. A minute and a half into the fight.
No way.
That's why part of me is like, was it partially luck? I hate to cry luck, but like what, Aaron? What? It was partially luck. If you watch it, man, come on. It wasn't all calculation.
I can't take that away from her.
I mean, she meant to throw the head kick at her head, and it hit her in the head. I don't think that's luck.
That's way more on
Wiley
Zhang.
Give it to Wiley then.
Well, no, I'd give it to Rose for KO of the year, not Wiley for getting KO.
Why
don't we give the award to the one who gets knocked out? We're like, that was excellent. They got knocked out so well.
I'm bitter because I picked Wiley to win that fight. So.
Rose head kicked her so hard that Wiley changed her look to look like Rose. Wiley started eating horse meat and lost her neck for the rematch. Changed her entire body.
Neck, she looked juiced as fuck.
Yeah. To the gills. I mean, I was at a lot of
That's
fights.
not want to
This
be like
year.
their second fight went to very, very close decision.
Oh, it was it was a fantastic second fight.
I picked Wiley again there, and she
blew
let me down.
She blew it.
Wiley.
Like, yeah, that was
Nothing
yeah.
against Rose. I just think it was cool that this, up and comer from China was like making waves.
No, she's a
Yeah.
stud. She'll always be there.
Yeah, no, I was shocked at that KO. I thought it was going 5 rounds most likely. I thought if a knockout was happening, it would be Wiley who got it, just based on like the Andrade fight and just overall. So yeah, I mean,
yeah.
And then afterwards,
Joanna Jurzik.
Yeah, so that's a great pick. I gotta say I've gone to Steve on this one. So I gotta say my vote's with Steve. It's got to be Rose and Wiley for me.
Whoa! I thought Chandler. Whoa!
I still have Chandler as my official pick. I threw the Rose head kick.
Oh,
out
I
there,
think
Chandler.
I don't think it's even close. I don't think it's even close. A knockout of Wiley Zhang over a knockout of Dan Hooker, who haven't a few people knocked out Dan Hooker. I don't want to join the John Jones team of the Twitter battle here, but bro, your career is not going that great. So a knockout of Hooker is okay, but it's not. I mean,
right now.
It was more of we didn't know what we were gonna get out of Michael Chandler, but it turned like he just flipped the script on everyone.
Wiley had won 20. Wiley had won 20 straight fights.
That's fair.
You know what? If Steve didn't bring up Wiley, we wouldn't even be talking about this.
Hey, this is.
That's fine.
I got a vote. I know Bunny. She's got Chandler. That's
my runner-up in Bellator. My last runner-up would be Sergio Pettis, spinning back fist clean of Kaiju Horiguchi.
Bitches.
Yeah, so you could tell me more about that one, but that would
VIP side tickets.
Yep, well earned.
He left on a stretcher, dude.
Who do you got?
The thing is, I don't want to vote for Chandler. I like your argument of we didn't know what to expect of him in the UFC against that caliber of opponent, and I picked Hooker in that to dismantle him, and obviously didn't.
We all love Hooker, Lewis.
Exactly. You know what? If you two are gonna pick him, and Aaron doesn't. I have to agree with Aaron to draw this, so I'm gonna put Woody.
Draw,
Steve. It's you and me, baby. You and me.
I'm staying on
my vote to go on Dominic.
I'm staying on it.
I mean, well, I'm definitely not switching over to what was it, just like a left hook or something. It wasn't even like a cool strike by Chandler. It was just like how Chandler. It was like how
he walked him down, and within 15 seconds he landed that shot.
Yeah, that's how Chandler wins a fight in the UFC. It appears is in a first round knockout.
This is true.
I am walking. I feel like I'm Ralph Wiggum on the bus right now. I feel so scared for my life. Knockout of the year might be Bunny flying to DC to knock me out after this is over.
What about Wild Rider's got? What about the Ignacio KO?
Oh, that's a beautiful. Can we?
Yeah. I mean, can we talk about the prospect that was Roosevelt Roberts? Remember when he was a prospect? Like people were like, "Watch out for the Predator." Oh my God.
What about Usman the Masvidal?
We're not gonna vote for Usman.
That was too easy.
We don't like Usman.
That was too easy for him.
He's just got no spice.
It's one of the best
Usman's
photos I've ever seen in my life.
It is.
Yeah, that still frame shot.
Water. Like that
saltine crackers are solid, but I'm not gonna vote.
That was too easy.
I also can't pick that because I picked Jorge because I got a relationship with Jorge.
Why was there even a rematch to begin with?
Down, dude.
There shouldn't have been a rematch to begin with.
Well,
there shouldn't have been a rematch to begin with.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know because Usman does that foot stomping thing. I can't fucking stand. I know it's legal.
Hey, yeah,
I'm fine with oblique kicks. We already determined that, but like the foot stomping shit, there's no talent in that. There's no. It's just stomping feet, dude. That's so boring. That's some bullshit. If you can't grab the cage, you can't stomp the feet.
That man he has excelled beyond that at this point. He is now the perfect fighter.
Usman, because that foot stomping bullshit was not that long ago, Steve. Where have you been?
I know. He just
he's won 3
Trevor
fights
Whitman.
I think, hasn't he?
He's amazing.
Finishes
Watching him
Gilbert
live against
Burns,
Kobe was
finishes
pretty sick.
Masvidal.
Yeah.
Although I think we can all agree, though it wasn't UFC terminology, Kobe took him down in terms of.
Once.
Go ahead, look.
You can have it. You can have it. That's fine. You can have it.
Do your
You can
research
have
on
it.
what the rules are in MMA. Go ahead, just MMA.
Sure, if that
research.
makes you
let
feel
me know what
better,
the
if
takedown
that
is.
makes you feel better, you can have the one takedown. I'll give you that.
I don't even like Kobe. Even like I'm not even a Kobe
I know,
fan,
I
but I know
defended
MMA, and I know that was a takedown. Just because UFC said it wasn't a takedown.
I'll give it to you.
That was the most civil resolve I've ever been a part of.
Yeah. It's like a relationship. Like you win. You
Usman
win.
beat him 2 times.
You're right.
I mean,
You're
whatever.
right.
I'll give you the takedown.
I love it. Okay. Vote.
Okay.
Aaron.
I mean, for me, Wiley.
Wiley.
You didn't even
Wiley getting KO'd is the what? I didn't even come up with it, but like, I mean, at the same point, yeah. I mean, I would love to vote for Fedor over Johnson, but like, I'm using the same. But I'm using the same argument against Chandler here. That I mean, Fedor at the end of the day was just like an overhand right. There was nothing that special. It was the footwork. It was the setup. It was leading up to the KO for Rose that for me was just extremely impressive. You know, and in the second fight, we might talk about the second fight here in another category because Rose might be doing some work tonight. So, yeah, my pick is still Rose. I mean, when you put that against Chandler versus Hooker, Rose versus Wiley, the stage it was on at the return to a crowd, it was the first crowd back. Just everything else about it, it really did overshadow Usman and Masvidal. I was there. I can tell you, like, the 2 KOs did not have the same response at all. And so, yeah, I got to go with Rose still.
Nice. Go on then, Steve.
I feel like I've convinced.
What's Lewis's pick here?
Go Steve first because I reckon it's going to be the decider.
No, if it's still knockout of the year, it's still Chandler over Hooker.
You're still going Chandler. Okay, and yours is the same, Bunny.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'm going Wooding, so I think that one wins.
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay, so
I'm fine with
Chandler.
that resolve.
I
That's
can't
great.
go Whaley.
Democracy prevails.
That's perfect. I'm fine with that.
But it's a good argument. I love the argument, Aaron.
Hey,
But
you know what? Just for my safety,
For
my safety, I'm glad you did not vote for me.
that would have been explosive.
So we would
have had a 2-hour call afterwards arguing.
Was Michael Chandler.
Yeah, seriously. I'm less sweaty now. Thank you for not voting for me.
Over
Yes,
Dan
Whale
Hooker.
Rider, Kaikara, France. Hell yes.
All right.
Wait, Kaikar France when
funny
Herb Dean kind of stopped him against Bontarine, that one?
Oh,
Or
that was the walk-off.
That was my favorite Herb Dean stoppage of the year because no one got hurt from it. Herb Dean didn't stop the fight. Like they threw a mouth guard at each other. Like it wasn't like the Cater Holloway fight where Herb Dean just watched Cater. He's like, yes, keep
that was
brutal. He was just going at him, driver. He's just like more. Like it's just
Our
like
friends
what?
called that one. He was like, this fight's over. I've walked away.
Do you remember?
It's over.
Do you remember after that fight we did our recap and I was like, we are not going to see Cater for the rest of 2021. That
was the first fight of the year.
That was in
it?
January. It was the first fight of the year. I said Cater just booked the rest of 2021 off. He cannot come back. He took 750 shots because Herb Dean in his corner hate him. Like,
and then Giga Chikadze. Good luck.
Finally, yeah.
Good
and
luck.
now Giga's going to be like, I'm not going to punch your face, brother. Just liver kick, Giga kick.
Do you remember obviously you remember, but the Mutino fight with Sean O'Malley. He let Sean. Now I hate Sean O'Malley. That is not a secret.
Yeah, not a secret.
Mutino lasted that entire fucking fight until the last 15 seconds, and then Herb was like,
stopped it.
Okay, we'll stop it.
Yeah.
Let him go out on his fucking. Either you stop it or you let him fight.
Correct.
That was one where I was like, Herb, what was the game plan here? What were you thinking about doing here?
A lot of people. It's one. It's one where everybody take your drink at home. Bunny has hated on Sean O'Malley. Bingo. It's like the free space. No, it's good. It's good. You know, if you're gonna hate on a fighter, good. But exactly. He is not winning knockout
himself, dude.
Which is why my pick for knockout of the year is O'Malley over Moutinho. He earned it. Just like worked his way all the. Actually,
stoppage.
Actually, O'Malley
stoppage counts as KO.
O'Malley over Almeida. What a well-earned stoppage.
Yeah.
Do you have to bring up Almeida every podcast?
I do.
I'm really getting tired of it. I'm gonna get Almeida tatted on my fucking chest. I
That,
still root for him to this day,
Yo,
dude.
Almeida showing up to that fight really did look like the kid at the pool party who had way too many slices of pizza. He just had that bloated out, like it was just like, how are you? Anyways,
I can't relive this again. It's 2021, dude. I
All
can't.
right, what we got next here?
We have submission.
Yes!
Oh, I got this all day.
I
You
got,
got this.
all
All
day.
right. Kick us off then, Steve.
Okay. I had 4 down for this one.
I like
But
it. Go.
I think, in my opinion, it's a tough one. Like, do you consider like a
not.
rear naked choke, like a guillotine? Like, yeah, that's a good submission, but I think there needs to be a little flair to it, a little bit more.
Like a Darce?
Yeah, let's go with an armbar. Let's go with an Andre Muniz over a Jacare Souza armbar. Jacare Souza, an unbelievable Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, never been submitted in his entire life. Andre Muniz comes out here. He's got like 15 submissions on his record. He's absurd. Snaps his arm.
Yeah,
Snaps his arm on live television.
That's a cute pick.
I like it.
No,
That's a
that's
good pick.
the pick. That is the pick.
No, it's not.
Let's leave.
Yeah.
Luke, Darce Choke, and Chizia. That's the
Ah,
pick. That is
that was a good
the
one.
pick, and you're wrong if you pick anything else.
What about Beardew breaking Jamal Hill's arm like a floppy fish?
Yeah, that's
and
cute.
triangle
That's another
choking at the
cute
same
one.
time. Try 2 submissions in
too.
one
That's another cute pick.
as an
Yeah,
underdog
sure.
again. While the guy's got a floppy fish arm, just going up.
and then they went dancing afterwards. It was so nice.
And you know how good he is after he just beat up Jimmy Crute. So
Yeah, how about Jillian Robertson, guys? Fighting through eye
the
gouges
biasness.
with the
Recency bias.
just
A lot of bias. There's a lot of bias
A
there.
lot of-
she could have at least, all I'm saying is with the 8 bonuses given out on that card, she could have at least gotten one of those. But
Yeah, there should be a category that's like people who did not get bonuses and absolutely should have. And Jillian is at the top of that fucking
Yeah,
list.
she-
I don't
yeah.
know how she didn't. Kicks off the prelims,
yeah,
double eye poke, and
yeah.
submits this bitch through the
This
high
is-
poke.
this is
This
my
bitch.
yeah, she was a bitch. Fuck that bitch. And she limited her comments. I warned her before the fight. I said, tap coming. And then she removed my comment and blocked me.
Did you see
Anyway.
she stuck her finger in her eye and Jillian like shook it off and then squeezed harder? It was just
Yep.
like, I'm not letting you
with
go.
no hooks in also. You don't see a lot of no hook rear naked chokes in the UFC particularly. So
Jillian was not letting go.
Yeah,
there was
but
nothing was going to make her let go of that neck.
I mean, if I feel like you're making my argument for me in a way,
Luke
but
hit it 1000% with the Darce choke. When was the last time you saw a Darce choke sub?
I saw it over. I saw
Against
I saw it by Luke against Woodley earlier that year.
There you go. That's because
Fair.
Luke is the Darce choke.
I just answered your question like, earlier this year by the same guy.
Same guy though.
Which is why my pick is Luke Darce choke over Woodley because that's just funnier. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm fine as long as you pick Luke.
I'm a sucker for a Von Flue choke. I love the Von Flue choke of Menafield over Fabio Charant, who was unfortunately on my show before one of his fights. Also,
Called it luck.
Same.
He's my buddy, so I had to be like, yeah, it's luck.
That was tough.
it was why, yeah. He took him down, and Fabio was going for that guillotine, and then just shoulder pressure. I love a Von Flue. It's fascinating to me how that gets locked in the UFC because it's just like let go of the guillotine choke, maybe, but. Yeah, I know I'm not going to win this one.
Actually, wait.
Because
this is going to be
Whale
tough.
Rider brings up a good one. Glover versus Jan. That's a good one. I don't know if anybody had that, but that's a good contender right there.
if we're taking stage into account, definitely.
Exactly. Because then you could also say Oliveira over Poirier.
Hey, oh God.
I'm sorry. I mean, just the stage. it's
Or you
irrelevant,
could,
I think.
God, I guess if you want to be an asshole, Pena over Nunes. Like, that was an amazing rear naked choke.
Right.
But,
You got to have a little flair to it, I think.
yeah, but also if we're taking into account like the stage and everything, what Muniz did to Jacare, that's just that's torch passing. I mean, that is just like in the grappling world. The only other one I'd argue is Hernandez over Vieira, just because
I had that on my list too.
so nuts. But like that wasn't that cool of a submission.
No.
That arm bar by Muniz is dirty. Like, and he's he's new Jacare. Like, I hate to be that oversimple, but what he did to
Eric Anders
Fabinski, Saunders, like, dude, the dude's a problem. So I guess I'm just Steve's yes man tonight, but
I was all over Steve. I was just all over Steve.
Sorry. Throw two more out there.
And
Performance-wise, without taking a punch, Makhachev to Hooker. Didn't take a single shot, grappled him down, and a Kimura is seriously difficult to get out high level.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's like masterwork.
Exactly, craftsmanship. And AJ Mckee to Pitbull round 1.
Ooh.
Statement made in that.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not a huge AJ Mckee fan.
It's a guillotine, but it's a fucking good guillotine.
I can't even argue with that one.
And that's
I'm more
a statement
of a
made.
Than AJ.
Was the McKee sub of Caldwell this year also the go-go choke?
Ooh. I'm not saying dates anymore after the last one.
That was I'm pretty sure it was. That was the one over
on it. Get many more on it. It was
the Caldwell submission by McKee where I think it was a go-go choke where it was like a body guillotine or whatever. Like it was like that, like AJ McKee.
That was 2020, wasn't it?
Nope,
thought it was 2021, February.
Yeah, there we go. AJ McKee's awesome. Like I just love him.
I'm mad at AJ McKee.
Okay.
We'll talk about that.
That'll be part of the phone call later, I'm assuming. So I want to hear that story. But yeah,
those three were my picks. AJ is Islam and Paul Craig, Jamal Hill.
Oh wait, Paul Craig, that was a good one.
That's a good one too.
I love Paul Craig, but I thought that was extensive damage. I was happy to hear that was not. It was just like a
triangle choke, and then he let the triangle off just so he could snap his arm, and then keep punching him in the head while the arm's broken and flopping around.
But I feel like Jamal Hill's not a grappler. He's new to the game. You're looking at Jacare Souza, an expert in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
That's true.
And he gets subbed for the first time in his career.
Yeah.
And Muniz actually broke his arm. He didn't dislocate it. He
broke his arm.
It reminded me of Frank Mir v. Nogueira. That first time Nogueira got subbed, and he got his arm snapped.
Where Herb Dean was reffing.
Herb Dean was
ref of the year, folks.
You have to snap
like,
his arm.
Stop! And then everybody's like, what the hell?
I like the Souza pick. I really do. I didn't think of that one. It wasn't on my list. But you got to give credit to that. That's a good one.
You have to.
Exactly. Go on then.
That's mine.
Any more nominations?
Moreno over Figueiredo.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It's a fair one. Again, I'd like to move away from rear naked chokes because I
agree.
I took the Darce choke and you all laughed at me. Darce all the way.
They're fairly common as well. But
Darce choke not common. Are you serious?
In Britain, yeah. Every week.
Britain, where are we right now? Oh, you're in Britain, I suppose.
Britain, yeah. But,
I don't remember. All right, I
like the Luque one because he was about to get subbed. He was about to get subbed, Luque, so I do like that one as well. He turned it around as well.
Yeah,
so
that was good.
Yeah,
that was good.
He was about to get choked himself. He was about to be on the other end of this list.
That was good.
I don't think Chizzy been. When was the last time Chizzy was subbed before Luque?
Kevin Lee.
He
was about to go out, and Mario Yamasaki stopped it early.
Aaron, you've been awfully quiet. Why don't you put your 2 cents in? Let's hear.
He likes the Muniz pick.
Eating grin on your face right now.
I feel like I've been talking a lot. I want to make sure I'm sharing the plate. So I love Muniz in this spot, though. Like,
yeah, I do too.
Passing of the torch. It was just a shock. I mean, it was a shocking submission. It was a clean break. It wasn't a dislocation.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
No.
Hazmat.
I picked Leach for that one too. I'm getting
Hazmat.
steamrolled by these fucking fighters.
Hazmat.
I like that.
That's where you need to fight him.
He picked him up and walked him towards Dana and was like, "I want to be champion." Like, can't even. Fuck you.
Dude, he's so good. It is insane.
Double champ, 170, 185.
He might be a quadruple champ. He might be a quadruple champ. Quad. I'm saying it right now. I'm saying it right now. He's going to be a quad champion in the UFC.
Picks Francis Ngannou up, slams him down.
Jesus.
Honestly,
who is this guy?
Yeah.
He might. Like, what do you think the odds would be of Kazimad versus Francis today?
Francis would be still, I bet, like minus 300.
That's my point. That's my point. It's only like minus 300. Like, this is insane. This is crazy. This guy's playing at 170.
Yeah, you see how big he was.
It is disgusting. He fights at
He was so
170.
big.
What he did to Jack Hermanson was like, has Jack Hermanson
I didn't get
ever
to watch
wrestled?
that.
It's just watch the highlights. It is like
Is he
adult.
Like Hermanson is a legitimate.
And
grappler.
Hermanson was huge for the fight too. He was not a light.
He's a big middleweight. He's a big middleweight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He would be like plus 250 against Francis Ngannou tomorrow.
Do you think Chimaev is a favorite over Usman right now?
Yes.
I think it'd be like a pick 'em.
it.
I think it'd be even.
Maybe a pick 'em, but yeah, like that's my
I'd
slight
take
dog.
Chimaev.
Slight, yeah. So would I. Dude, I did not want to accept it because I'm like Reese McKee, whatever, Gerald Mearshart, whatever. But it's just undeniable, dude.
I agree.
Then you go back now. Gerald Mearshart, 3 subs in a row. Reese McKee was champ of Cage Warriors. They're no joke.
And Leach knocked out
Ponzinibbio, yeah.
Reese McKee,
and look up any footage of fucking Kazmat that exists on the internet, and it's just him like being Donkey Kong to people, and just like he has a knockout, or he has a submission, a rear naked choke where he's like whispering in the guy's ear with one arm around his neck, and then he's just like, and the guy's like.
That's what Khabib used to do. They're like literally taking notes from each other.
Where does this guy come from, man?
Yeah,
it's from Dagestan. Is where
COVID was this close.
Dagestan.
COVID was this close to taking him.
I know.
This close.
He almost retired.
No, it's just. I mean, and like even when like Dana hypes him up like he does, I love to disagree with Dana on his hype trains. I love it more than anything.
Aaron.
But I can't. We can't with this one. We can't. Kazmat is a slight underdog to Francis Ngannou if they fought tomorrow. Like, that's so scary. It's so scary.
Okay.
So where do you land on this?
Your official picks for submission.
I got Muniz.
The only pick is Luque, but sure, go ahead, guys.
I'm on Steve's one. I think it's the best shout. Based on never been subbed.
We're gonna have to get a room because we're all with Steve here.
Yep.
Except for Bunny, who's not with Steve.
Adorable. Bah. There goes the sheep. Bah. There goes the sheep.
Back into our barn.
Okay, congratulations on your win for submission.
Unlucky, Susha.
Unlucky. That's one of my favorite Britishisms when they go unlucky. I love that.
Okay. We still have 3 to go.
This has been great.
That's it? Damn it.
3 to go. Well, 4 things, but 3
That's okay, because Aaron and I are probably going to talk for another 2.5 hours about
who that's like going to be the real podcast.
Keep it rolling.
So we're going to do fight of the year.
I think we all have do we all have 10 contenders for this one?
I got 5.
I got 3 that I put down.
I have literally 5 on my paper.
Okay, hit me.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I think the obvious, most recency bias would be Chandler versus Gaethje because it just blew us all out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the one my top pick, and I don't even need to discuss the other ones, is Yair versus Holloway because everybody was sleeping on Yair, forgetting who he actually is as a fighter, and he showed the fuck up against Holloway, who we all know is an incredible boxer, arguably one of the best boxers in MMA, not just UFC, in MMA. Like, if you watch how he moves, how he reads, he coaches his fucking opponents as he's fighting them. Mm-hmm. You know, he's incredible. And that fight was just so much fun to watch from start to fucking finish. And their sportsmanship afterwards is really what solidified it. They both showed immense respect for each other. That's my pick. But Volk and Ortega's up there too. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of them.
I can say that's my pick because I did have that on my list for sure.
How can you not? If you all have to have that written down somewhere.
I do think Volkanovski was in control for the majority, but the moments that Ortega had nearly submitting him and the fact that Ortega didn't tap and his head is like turning purple was just incredible. I thought that was an amazing fight, obviously in one of the biggest spots you can be in. So I would have no problem putting that in there for sure.
I'm fine rooting for it too. If you look at those pictures of Volkanovski's and his veins about to burst, and he somehow for him to get out of that, you're like, scientists were like, yeah, humans are not allowed to go that long without circulation.
And that's
so
his
good.
move, and that's Ortega's move. That's
Exactly.
not, it's just like it's not like some striker or some fighter running into a guillotine and just getting into the spot where it's like that is his move. Like, and it doesn't make sense. People were leaving in the middle of that fight. It's just because like people are bizarre at UFC events. Like they literally just.
If any casuals are watching, I don't understand you, and I'd like to talk to you for about an hour. Just I'd
rather not talk to you. I don't want to understand but like honestly, that was unbelievable. I loved the second Rose Wiley fight though. I thought that was as close can get. Sometimes splits I disagree with. I think that's a spot where a split is definitely warranted. It was a much better fight than the first fight, obviously. And it was just, I mean, they were just so close. They're so well matched. They both. That
was a good fight.
Yeah, it was just like
one could argue that the split went to Rose because there was no way they were going to give Wiley. This is where I get a little skeptical on splits because we were in the middle of New York. There was no way. That crowd was chanting USA, go home. Like they were chanting all kinds of stuff. There was just no way they were going to give a split decision to Wiley. There was just no way.
Well, I think it went the right way though. I think
as soon as that takedown was landed by Rose, it was over.
Yeah, I think that
it was as close as you can get on a close fight.
Yeah, and I think another great part about that fight is even though it's 0-2 for Rose, I think Wiley earns the spot. They're not going to argue Wiley fighting again, and Wiley could very well win that fight.
Certainly not. Not only because there's a lack of contenders either, but because she's showed up. Look what she has her track record, and she has 2 losses to Rose, who is, as we know, double champion. So
my pick would be Rose versus Wiley. I loved the fight. I thought it was great.
You did say she'd get it. Yeah, you guys have mentioned every single one I've written down.
No.
Well, good job, guys.
My pick immediately is Volk Ortega because that got me up and down the sofa 10 times screaming. I really wanted Ortega to win. I remember watching Ortega and trained with him when he was a blue belt years and years ago. And I've always been on him. I used to train with so many people that
Ortega?
Yeah. When he came over to England and seminars for Pedro Sal Jiu-Jitsu. So it's I just love him to bits. And and the fact that you got to meet him. It's one of those things, isn't it? That you say, I hate Dominic Reyes and you love him. So
we just do not see eye to eye, you know.
But when he got that mounted guillotine, and there's 2 sub attempts as well, and that fight to me is the best of the year. I think in second would my other nomination would be what you said, Bunny. It has to be Yair. Based on it was chaos.
People were just like,
I thought he would
round 1 KO. And you're like, whoa. Have you seen
including me? Including me. He fights so infrequent, and what Frankie Edgar did to him, I never forget. That never leaves me. Never leaves me. Everyone is beating him up. Everybody.
Recently they've beaten him up.
I mean, he hasn't fought 2 years.
Pedro Munoz still beat him up to me. Like, I know he lost the split, but I thought he beat Frankie up, and Pedro's been on a decline as well. So I thought Yair looked good.
Come around to Yair, and that's all I could ask for.
Yeah, I have. Everyone is looking forward to seeing his name on a card again. That is the fact now. Hopefully against Zabit next. But
where the hell is Zabit? Where is he?
He's gone.
Is he gone? Is he done? Because he was legitimately fighting.
He was so cool for a minute. He was so cool for a minute,
dude.
It was all good just a week ago.
Where the hell is he?
Where is he? Was like number 2 in the division.
This video is where
he just left.
He seemed like really not interested in fighting better fighters. Like he's like, whoa, wait, what? I don't get to fight Derek Minner anymore. Like,
I can name a couple fighters who just want to pick out cans.
Derek Minner is exactly what I think of when I think of a not good fighter in the UFC.
Hey, come on. Minner chicken dinner. I have another one I want to throw out there.
Minner chicken dinner. Sam Alvey's still in the UFC. You don't see you talking shit about
Sam
God.
He's
got a fight coming up too.
Don't turn me into a Sam Alvey defender.
I want to throw this one out there. If you guys remember early 2021, I think this was January or February, it was Mike Davis and Mason Jones.
Hell yeah.
On the prelims.
That was a fucking great
prelims,
fight.
no less.
Mike Davis, these guys were just going back and forth. Mason Jones was taking like the heaviest shots, and he just kept coming forward. It was an unbelievable fight.
I love that you mentioned a prelim fight, even though they are two bigger names. Like you're like prelims, really? But I love the fact that you named a prelim fight. That's fucking awesome.
I just remember it being one of the coolest fights, and I know it's so early in the year, but you still remember that.
Cage Warrior double champ Mason Jones coming over.
Right.
He's good, man. He's good.
My man.
So is Mike
Like
Davis.
that one.
If he could just not eye poke gassed out Brazilians in the second round when he's been beating them up.
Where?
That's a great one. And we've got many coming up here with Davis versus Jones in January 20. Early.
That's the thing. You got to go back because there's been so many incredible fights since that. The recency bias is hard not to. You're like, but early 2021 had some fucking unbelievable.
Oh, can I just say one that's
preliminary card?
This is one that definitely won't ever win it, but bare knuckle fighting at Knucklemania, Taylor Starling over Clarissa Siegel.
Oh my
that
God.
fight was unbelievably awesome. Taylor Starling is an absolute badass fight. Like seriously, they like go back and forth in that fight for like 5 rounds.
What else are you gonna do with bare knuckle fighting? You go back.
The only reason it's
usually bare knuckle fights end within 30 seconds. Usually, yeah, but that's fine.
I love Taylor Starling.
It's not MMA.
I hate bare knuckle.
Well, it's one of the best fights of the year.
Taylor, we're a Killer Bee family. That's who we rep.
It's not even biasness. It's really not. It's one of the best fights.
Shout
of
out
the year.
Fight Bananas.
Yeah, shout out to Fight Bananas. Shout out to Dave Van.
And you know what? Bare Knuckle almost signed. There was talks that Bare Knuckle was going to sign Diego Sanchez too. And I was like, if they do that, that is proof they don't give a flying fuck about it.
But no, Eagle FC doesn't care. But that's fine. That's fine.
Nothing is confirmed yet, though. So is it confirmed?
I think it is confirmed.
There's been a lot of almost confirmed.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's official.
It's as confirmed as Cowboy versus Paddy.
I'll pay you whatever they're going to pay you to not fight, dude. I'll pay you double. Just don't fight, bro.
Oh, man. Perfect. Okay. Go for it. Voting time. Mine is Ortega Volkanovski.
I'm with you.
Another one.
Honestly, my heart's going with I prefer Yair, but I'll vote Ortega because that's the one that Volkanovski. Because fuck Ortega. I'm rooting Volkanovski. I have his tough jersey upstairs. Team Volk.
Oh, nice, man.
Fair enough. I mean, I guess my vote doesn't matter.
It does not, but let's hear it.
Rose versus Wiley. Still my vote.
You, Aaron.
I like it. It's a good pick.
Why'd you hate it?
She's hating on me all night, man. I don't know what I did wrong.
You just bringing up Rose and Wiley, which is a soft spot for me.
It's not personal. I'm going with what's on the clipboard.
It was a great fight, and I completely understand it. I'm just talking
giving you shit. I know you are. We're all good.
This
but
one's
Volk definitely deserved that. That was
the next one's going to cause arguments. I know it will. Okay, we have fighter of the year, and I know Aaron's pick already. So if you want to if you just want to do it, Aaron.
Do you know my pick?
Yeah, it's going to be Rose. I'm
going to root for anybody you guys root for because this is a very personal.
Oh, okay.
It's gotta be.
Every fighter deserves fighter of the fucking year. They all amaze me.
She's got KO of the year. She's got fight of the year.
Oh no.
It's if it's not Rose Namajunas, I'm not sure who it is.
He's doing it on purpose, dude.
I knew it.
My female fighter of the year, because I'm gonna have a female and male fighter of the year here. Female fighter of the year would be between King Casey O'Neill and Rose Namajunas. I love King Casey, but when you got KO of the year and fight of the year, it goes to Rose for me. And for my male fighter of the year, not Kamaru Usman, it's an action man. The man with 6 wins in MMA this year, Chris motherfucking Curtis. Come on down. You are the MMA, not UFC fighter of the year, MMA fighter of the year. 6 wins.
I could have won some money on Aaron's picks. I knew exactly who was going to pick each of these.
I was all I am so predictable. Like Chris Curtis,
that's a good pick, though.
Yeah,
give him credit where no one else will give him credit.
6 MMA wins this year, earning his way into UFC, contemplating retirement, getting huge finishes of legit fighters in Phil Hawes and Brendan Allen. Are you Brendan Allen? What Sean Strickland did to him was one thing, but what Chris Curtis did to him was a whole nother level. Chris Curtis against Sean Strickland, please sign me up for that twice. Like that is pure violence.
Strickland wants to fight too. He's like ready to go.
Chris Curtis, Sean Strickland. Chris Curtis, Sean Strickland. Book it, co-main event on a fight night, and Chris Curtis will win as an underdog again.
Haven't heard the Curtis pick yet.
Action Man is my MMA fighter of the year.
Wow, I love it.
It's a great story. 6-0, most wins in MMA this year. Action Man. Best nickname, too. I love his nickname. I'm like a little kid when I'm like, Action Man's fighting. I'm like, let's go, Action Man. Like, I don't
Be
care,
the best
man.
nickname. That's what we need next.
Yeah.
True.
And like, just look up like everything about him, his interviews, his story, this fighting style. He's at Syndicate MMA, one of the best gyms when John Wood is actually paying attention. But gets dicey sometimes. Like getting married 2 weeks before your fight, JoJo. What are you doing? But anyway,
all right. I think we agreed that JoJo she's like at the end now. She
got married 2 weeks before her fight and was still a favorite in the fight. I'm like, what are we doing here, people? Like,
because people like JoJo called her she's hard.
Right. I love again, Action Man for male, Rose for female. And I guess I'm just gonna make it. I don't know if we're doing male or female, but
no, we're gonna do one. You pick one.
I was doing one.
Okay, then Chris Curtis is my pick.
If
Chris
you want
Curtis
to do female as well, I'm all for it.
All right, Chris Curtis is my pick, and then for overall fighter of the year.
Sweet, I like it because I like Chris Curtis, and I think he doesn't get enough credit.
Agreed.
And I totally knew I should have written that down. What do you got?
All right, so I don't have Kamaru Usman. Obviously, I get why anyone would pick him, but I am going with Charles Do Bronx Oliveira.
Many have him as well.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, the biggest moment you can have as a fighter is winning the belt. I think the title defenses kind of come second to that. So having that moment this year, beating Michael Chandler in the fashion of you almost get finished, you dig deep, you come back, you finish him, and he does the same exact thing against Dustin Poirier, who many people thought was the best fighter at 155. I think you got to go Charles Do Bronx Oliveira.
That's a good one. Who did you have as second pick?
But I totally agree with you there, Steve.
I know I'm a Do Bronx guy. I have no problem saying that.
Me too. That was one of those fights where we all were like, we really want to see Charles win, but we also kind of really want to see Dustin win.
That was so hard to pick between the two. I also obviously I threw in Usman, and I have Rose as well, but I think Do Bronx for sure.
Oh, my third pick would also be just to get on Bunny's side a little more so, because all I've been doing tonight is pandering to Bunny. AJ Mckee, like Bellator Fighter of the Year and potential Fighter of the Year. He is on his way up to lightweight. He's going to take that title too. AJ Mckee Jr.
Okay. I don't get it, but okay, sure.
He won the grand
sugar baby.
Yeah, I'm trying to get.
You going after the money here? He wins $1 million. Now all of a sudden you're on.
I was
AJ
like,
McKee.
oh my! All of a sudden, oh come on! Who are your picks, Bunny?
I had Charlie, and you know that I'm not rolling with bias on this one because that Poirier loss really hurt me. Like I took 2 days to recover from social media on that one.
Yeah, that was rough.
But and I know this might sound ridiculous, but I'm going Jose Aldo, mainly because I know that both of his last wins this year were decision, but he is how old? Is he 40? Is he 40?
He's 34.
Yeah, he's actually
only 34. Are you kidding me?
But he's got the mileage of a 50-year-old.
He's got the mileage of a 40-year-old.
Yeah, no, he's only. It's crazy. I think he's only
WEC at 19. I think. Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Champion WEC at 19.
Yeah, and he's put in his time. He's put in probably double that.
He was counted out after he got beat by Holloway Choice, and it's like you lose like to Holloway, you're not bad.
Of course not. No, none of those are enough.
But
I also love the way he does fight. He's very calculated. He knows what he's doing. I'm big on Brazilians, so it was between Charlie Oliveira and Jose Aldo, and I'll just go Jose for bantamweight's sake because I like him a lot.
I've got a couple you guys haven't got.
Go for it.
Which would be Cyril Gahn.
Yes!
True.
Fuck yes.
Cyril.
I was on a goddamn island after his Rosenstruck fight. Everybody was fucking attacking Gahn and being like, he's so boring and scared. I was like, that was a calculated, gorgeous.
I think we were on the same page on that. We reviewed that.
I was like, champ. I was like,
Yeah.
champ. That is a champ right there.
And I
I
think
was
do.
thinking because I
That's what
didn't
you
think he had
do.
enough experience. That was my only fear for Buddy. He's
Yeah.
on my list, but I
He's
was like,
just
if
a
I say
natural
that, they're gonna
fighter.
laugh at me because he
Dude,
doesn't have enough experience.
He's
He moves so well.
Watching
so
Lewis,
good.
him against Lewis, like his brain exploded watching Cyril switch stances.
I
the
can't
way,
wait
like,
for
Yeah.
him against
135 ago.
Francis is so fascinating.
Yep.
I have
Gun-
I have gone in that fight though. I really do. I know that that Ngannou has one punch power similar to that of Lewis, but like look what he did to Lewis. Like he just completely outworked him. He was
Rosenstrike,
surgical.
Lewis.
Yeah,
The biggest
it's
out
got,
there.
whoever wins that fight's the best heavyweight in the world, and that's how a
Yeah.
heavyweight title fight should be.
I'm
It
so
should-
happy you said Gone Lewis. Oh my
I've got
god.
Yeah, I
seven.
agree.
What
I've
a
got
great
7 written
fucking
down.
pick.
7. I have Makachev written down for 3 subs.
I had
year.
him down.
Great pick.
I mean, yeah.
Kayla Harrison for 4 in PFL. I think she needs a mention.
She-
I wouldn't
Nah.
put her because of the competition, but I think
Yeah,
she
yeah.
needs a mention.
Okay.
Let's go with the PFL. I like it.
Brandon Moreno.
Yay!
What about Brandon? Coming,
So
getting
not
cut from the
active
UFC,
enough.
Not
coming
enough.
back,
Not
Yeah.
active
I
enough.
mean, he beat Figueiredo, but
beating
Need a little more.
Figueiredo
yeah.
in that fashion.
Figueiredo
Underdog
Figueiredo was
again.
not all there, man. That wake
Still
up killed him.
I just
Still
need a
don't.
little more there.
And I also had Rose and Charlie. So I didn't even put Kamaru.
Oh,
because
oh,
I want to put someone else other than Kamaru because
You forgot
the
one.
actual award's gone.
Jake Paul.
Oh,
What?
I'm just kidding.
yeah.
All right, see you guys.
The other one I had was Dominic Wooding with the 3 victories this year.
Obviously.
All finishes. I need to
Yeah,
give
yeah.
him a mention because they were phenomenal.
Yep.
My pick for this is Cyril Gahn.
I'm switching to
I
Cyril.
kinda wanna
You got my
switch.
vote, Lewis. I was afraid
And
to
he,
say
and he
it.
won a
I
belt.
was
He
afraid
did
to
win
say
the
it, you
interim
said it.
belt as well, which is
Oh.
a big step. So winning the interim belt.
Oh yeah. No,
That's
absolutely.
a big step as well. And
And it's the way he did it.
It's
Is
the
why
way he did
like.
it. 16 punches, I think Derek threw, and he landed 2.
I
No
thought he only
switch
landed
kicks.
one, but
No
maybe
switch
he
kicks like he
landed
normally
2.
does. No low kicks. No nothing. Derek was backed up, and he got finished badly.
Eric was just like, I've never seen my opponent move this fast or this much in my life.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Cyril was like, I'm
It's
gonna
like
go
Nino,
orthodox. I'm gonna go to like he just switched it up. It was a
It was
beautiful
a
fight.
Matrix performance. It
Great
was.
pick.
Yeah,
Great
I'm
And
pick.
he's
going
got the win
Gahn.
over Volkov too.
And he's got the win over Volkov.
Yeah, I'm waiting until 2022 to pick him as my fighter of the year. He's gonna win it next year. So like,
You're still
I'm
Chris
like,
Curtis?
it's like primed up for 2021. I gotta hang on Curtis, dude. 6 wins, 6 MMA wins.
I know.
That's one every other month. Like,
Did you
just
pick-
Like,
Did you pick Holland last year?
oh, hell no.
Right. I mean,
Yeah, no, no, because Brendan Allen and Phil Hawes are better than anybody Kevin Holland beat in 2020.
We're on the
Jacare, maybe. I don't know.
Jacare, oh, come on.
Going on right now,
That was
too.
about it.
No, that's that's facts right there. But yeah, no, Action Man.
Action Man pick. We got 1 for Gahn, 1 for
Cyril.
Action Man.
No, 2 for Cyril. I'm
2 for Cyril.
1000% happy with Cyril.
Man,
Gahn.
I do. No,
But
I'm gonna stick with Charlie Olives.
I get that.
I'm gonna stick with Charlie Olives.
Steve, that makes
It's fair.
perfect sense, and I'm happy with that. I love these 4 votes right here, or these 3 votes technically. This
Yeah.
I
is
forgot
perfect.
about Cyril Gahn. The great pick.
No, I didn't.
Oliveira also
I'm.
deserves,
I mean,
deserves the spotlight.
But the intern, it's the intern belt.
the nice thing about Cyril Gahn is
Gahn was out.
the nice thing about Cyril Gahn is that he fills that hole in my heart that Wonder Boy left this year by going 0-2. Because as everybody knows, I was the Wonder Boy guy who used to be like, he's gonna. Steve, you remember me with Wonder Boy? He's gonna be the one. Like I pointed out all the ones I've been right on. I'm like King Casey. I also get some of these wrong. Like I was like
King Casey,
Wonder Boy.
Extreme Couture, baby.
Absolutely. But a Wonder Boy was going to be Usman was something I was shouting from the hilltops at the beginning of 2021. I was like, he's the guy, guys. He can't be taken down. He's got a man. And now it turns out.
He
I
had
hate
the
Bilal.
Bilal
Bilal.
gave him
Oh
the
my
most
God.
takedowns he's ever had. In
Well,
his career.
yeah.
Bilal,
Now
He had
God,
to.
he gave him
He literally
Yeah.
had to.
yeah, he
Stephen
did.
Thompson
He had
Right.
to.
against Bilal, Mr.
Well,
I
Stephen Thompson without takedown defense, I don't want to see. I have no interest in seeing that at all.
I couldn't believe
That is not what I signed up for.
There were
Put him
so many
against a
people.
striker, please. Yeah.
Yeah,
was a hard
literally.
When I saw the effortlessness of that first takedown by Bilal, I I was
It
like,
was
oh
over.
boy,
You know
so
what's funny
many,
about
so
that
many
fight, though?
parlays.
Bilal called out Usman, and then I think he realized how stupid that was to do, and then he was like, "You know what? I'll take Leon again." But he first said Usman, and we all were like, "Are you kidding me, dude?"
Bilal will not
the
move
fuck
past
up.
his current ranking. That's a fact.
Remember, the name is such a funny nickname for him because everybody just wants to forget his name. Like, it's just like, just like go away. Like, stop. Like, I get it. You're respectable. You got an Olmec head. Congratulations.
He's got a massive.
Easter Island called. They want their stone head back. Bro, that thing.
Stonehenge.
Do you imagine how much it hurts to punch that thing? That is a cinder block on a fucking.
He took
like a SpongeBob character. He's like, ah.
Speaking of Bilal, I do just want to mention how good Leon Edwards is. Then the fact that
no kidding.
For sure.
Leon could have been fighter.
Not super exciting. Sometimes the most surgical, precise fighters are not the ones that you like.
Leon really needed that Cosmod fight because that could have
no, he doesn't. Don't do that.
No one wants that smoke, man. Leon Usman. Let's see what happens.
No.
I think Leon gets a decent shot at it.
Leon's just trying to sneak to that title shot. He's like, I do not have to fight Cosmod. I do not have to fight Cosmod. Title shot now.
Or Kobe.
No.
I mean, Leon deserves
no, Leon has been he's deserved it for a long time.
He's put his time in, dude.
Oh my goodness.
He has.
Oh,
who else are we giving it to at this point?
Luke?
Bilal.
No.
Yes.
Wonderboy beat Luque not too long ago. Leon hasn't lost in like however long.
Since Usman was his last loss.
Well, he should have been DQ'd. He should have been DQ'd for that
Usman?
eye gouge.
Oh, he was smoking Bilal on that one.
No,
Smoking him.
Just a point. Get on with it.
Remember the name.
Remember the name. We've got one category left, and then I'm going to ask a couple questions, which I did message you about.
Okay.
This was the hardest one to research for me, which was pay-per-view of the year.
No, it's easy.
You thought it was easy. Okay, you can go first.
Oh, I want to know why you thought it was hardest to
because there's so many good ones. I could.
I have 4 listed.
I have three that I wrote down immediately.
I think 257 has to take the cake, gentlemen.
257?
I didn't have that.
I haven't got that written down.
What was 257? Was that McGregor?
Who do you think it is?
Oh,
you're just
Poirier?
just McGregor Poirier?
What do you mean, just McGregor?
I don't think that was a good
Chandler
card.
Hooker.
What else was?
Who else is
Chandler
on the card?
Hooker was on that one, bro.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
You guys don't watch the prelims then, and in which case this conversation is
Everything.
over.
You caught me.
Come on.
You caught me. I hate prelims. I only come from. I'm a star fuck.
Give me a call, okay,
Oh
boys?
my
Call me when you want to
God.
watch some prelims.
Oh my God, what's a prelim? I've never heard of that.
Call me
God.
and find out what
Oh my God.
Yours is easy. UFC 257.
257 or 261, but 257 is the concrete.
261 I could fuck with.
We've got.
I mean,
I got 261 on mine. I got 261.
I had that on my list.
See, I'm not completely gone, guys.
261 I have on my list. 257.
I don't give a fuck what you have on your list.
That's very clear. That's been clear throughout.
Sorry.
I'll just get my pick out of the way so no one cares. 261 definitely on there for me. 266 was another one that I thought was great.
That's not on my list.
Oh my God. Well, stop the presses then. 268 is my pick though, honestly. UFC 268. top to bottom. Like it started out with a couple decisions and it was like a little bit like the crowd was like kind of a little bit apprehensive, and it was just like, man, that's 3 straight decisions. And then all of a sudden, Chris Barnett kicks off the card with like the energy of all energy comes out.
Greatest walkout of all time. That should be a category.
And then the celebration afterwards nails the landing, literally.
Like the front flip, was it? I'm like, how are you still moving?
Yeah, like
I was tired, and I'm 105 pounds, bro.
Yeah, like Ian Gary made his debut. That could be a spot we look back on in a couple years.
Vera, bro, come on.
Yeah, Cheeto. I mean, top to bottom, it's like right up to Ortega. Yeah, or like I'm not Ortega, but like
it was Gaethje Chandler too.
Gaethje Chandler,
the main card.
Rose and Wiley, just all the way to the top.
Yeah,
Chris Curtis.
Action Man making his
Yep.
debut
Action
on 4 days' notice. My hero, I have my superhero making his debut. Yeah, it's
Kevin
the event of
Lee Ode Osborne, right?
Ode Osborne was
Ode.
against
Ode, my
CJ
boy,
Vergara
Ode.
and
Shout
out
CJ
to
CJ Vergara. I
January.
was rooting for him big time. So and I got to experience the card with a really, really passionate fellow MMA fan. So it's like you can't really beat it. The other cards I went to this year, I went to by myself. And they were fun.
Savage.
But it's one thing to go. I mean, I went to 261 in Jacksonville. I went to 266 in Vegas, but it's one thing to go to a card and it was all right. But getting to experience like 268 from a personal perspective and just from a global, I think it's the event of the year. Yeah. No way is it 269. 269 was horrible.
That's fucked up.
269 made me feel absolutely terrible. I hate 269.
I had 269, not gonna lie.
Dude,
but
no way.
To be fair, I forgot about 268, and I do switch to 268 now looking at the card, but 269.
That's still 269 still a contender.
No, I think it's a contender.
How could you say that? How could you, of all people, say
I don't
that?
have to say I enjoyed every fight on the fucking
Cruz
card,
Munoz, Emmett Ige,
Yeah.
Shui Vasa over here. We had Ryan Hall, Miranda Maverick. Tough loss.
I mean, these fighters
Maverick
were on
did
the
not
card.
lose that fight though. So
Blanchfield definitely won that fight.
oh yeah,
Oh,
she
wait.
killed.
You're not the Macy
Killed.
Barber
I'm sorry,
fight.
I'm thinking of Macy
Yeah.
Barber. I'm thinking of the
Mhm.
Macy Barber fight because Macy did not win that fight.
No,
But
Macy
that was
did
not
not.
the
Yeah,
Macy
no,
Barber.
that was
My
stupid.
bad. I'll take it back. Back.
No, I'm going I think 268 still holds up over 269.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
I think
Steve.
267 is also
we
a
have bias
a
because we
great
were
card.
there, Aaron. Though, like 269 was still a contender, dude. Come on.
269. It is biased. I mean, we all make our personal picks, so sure.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, I don't think just because I was there, but just it had my fight of the year. It had my
You're right.
fighter of the year.
Yeah,
just
that's
it
fair.
had everything. Like it was. I think it was like
been very quiet. What?
he's just overseeing. He's like Shang's son, just like overseeing the Mortal Kombat.
I like it.
Yes.
I love it. No, I did have 268 as my main one. I've circled it.
Yeah.
You know, you've got
Word.
you've got
Is this
Chris
the first
Curtis,
thing we
Ian
all
Gary,
agree on?
Chris Barnett, Marlon Vera front kick, Gaethje Chandler, Rose Zhang, and Usman Covington, which was brilliant. I have.
Did you say Action Man?
Yeah, first one. Chris Curtis.
Okay.
Comeback is what I called it. The one I would like to give a shout out to was Lewis Gahn,
Yes.
because
Okay.
there's some wicked
Correct.
fights on there. Because Aldo, you
Is
nominated
that a
him.
pay-per-view though?
No, that's a fight night.
No, it's a fight night, which
Yeah.
is why
Yeah.
it flies under the
Oh.
radar. You know, you
No,
had
that's
Aldo
okay.
versus Munoz on it. Which
When
was-
you said pay-per-view, I didn't even look at
That's
fight
true.
nights.
I
even
didn't either,
consider.
only because I thought
True.
it was
No.
exclusively
No,
pay-per-view.
it is
Lewis
pay-per-views,
Gahn,
yeah.
That had some.
I just
But
wanted to
also,
mention-
like-
mention it. Yeah,
I will admit, the UFC some years I feel like the UFC's pay-per-views and fight nights are like, which is which? This year it did definitely seem like the number made a difference in like the main cards particularly.
Yeah.
The only
I don't
one-
know.
the
There
only
was a
reason-
lot of fight nights that that made it feel like pay-per-view, and you're like, wait, I didn't pay for that. That shit was.
That's
free.
how good
Yeah.
the pay-per-views were though. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
Correct.
like
That's an important
double
detail.
yeah, like
It was
Um,
just
also,
best versus
was
better
260
versus best.
266 was where we had the event of all events, Nick Diaz fighting.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Anybody? That was so depressing. I'm
was
kidding.
all over
I'm
Wild.
kidding.
we all knew. We all knew.
I sat in section 209
You
for
did
that reason. For
God,
that
did you look bad.
reason. It was so horrible. It
It
was
was
like
265. Sorry, yeah, Lewis Gahn wasn't a fight night. It was 265, which is why I've written it down.
Oh,
It was pay per view.
Oh,
So
it
it had-
was a pay-per-view. Okay.
Yeah, it had
All right.
it had Aldo
265.
Munoz, Luke
Great fight.
Chiesa,
Hey.
Song Yadong, Casey Kenny, Fiziev, Bobby Green.
Okay.
I
Uh,
changed
that-
my vote.
No, that's it.
Flying
No, I
Neil-
did. I just changed my vote. No, I did. I absolutely did. I forgot
Cup.
all the studs that were on that one.
Mano Cup, Flying Neon, O'Day Osborne, all these crazy.
O'Day.
Yeah.
That's
So,
my pick.
yeah.
That's a good solid like fifth place.
That's an
pick,
okay one.
Lewis. That's like a
Fifth
fifth
place?
place. There's a
Yeah.
lot of good pay-per-views. There's a lot of good pay-per-views this year.
268 is my pick. That
Yeah, I'm
is
going with
so
268.
65 is my pick.
'Cause I was looking forward to Ian Gary. He looked like total dog shit, but
Yeah.
he still won. He still
Yeah.
won, and that's
was a
that's
nice
what
knockout.
counts. It was
Yeah,
a nice
I-
knockout, exactly.
Is that what
I
that
bet I bet Williams in that fight too. It was unfortunate. There was before Barnett had that hook kick and after that hook kick, and then the event. It was just like it was like just another event. Those first 3 fights, like with all due respect, they're good fights, but I was like, okay, like look, and then Barnett just like woke everybody up in the back, and like the energy for every fight after that was like unrelenting. And again, I know it wasn't my pick for fight of the year, but Gaethje and Chandler is exactly what everybody was talking about for 2 months leading up to the fight. And that was that. It was like both guys did not step back. Both guys just took everything. And then Chandler was pointing
I feel like Chandler got a little too cocky with like the taunting, that Diaz taunting. It was like, bro, you don't have the chin.
You're getting your head
Diaz
knocked
has.
off.
Yeah.
Slow it down, dude.
But like he still was like delivering. And like it was just like this is unreal.
Arguably, he could have gotten the finish if he didn't play that stupid.
Right, but it wouldn't have been that
like
right. It wouldn't have been that fight though. If that it was like part of that perfect storm.
If he got the win though, that would have been like
but Bunny, has his stock dropped in the UFC from that fight?
I don't know. I think, in fact,
it's a win-win. It's a win-win for him.
He's having trouble remembering his son's like favorite color now, but that's okay.
Hap is so cute. I love
It's a good one.
Also, Chandler sometimes his quotes, just really,
a little too motivational for
a
you.
A little too guidance counselor-y for me. Okay. Yeah, like it really is just like you can't get up a mountain without a ice pick. Like it's like I guess you're right. 0, Bunny. Like 0.
The next one, favorite Michael Chandler quote.
I love it. It's all good.
Love it. So is everyone's pick 268 or is yours still 255?
No, hers is 265.
I gotta go 265 after you said all that.
Okay. Well, I voted for 268 though. But
that's fine. You children do.
I changed my mind. I will change my mind.
Because I was there live. I mean, 268 is definitely the actual choice, but because I'm a little snarky, I gotta go 265.
Perfect. That is
all the
categories I sent.
Everybody's voting 268. We gotta have one. We gotta have one.
That's the beauty of it, though. That's the beauty of it's the Whitman.
It's the Whitman.
I mean, we all picked.
There's only one Whitman. There's only one Whitman. Like seriously.
We all picked Whitman.
Here's one question. What is your prospect? Who's the guy you got to watch out for in 2022?
Lewis, you can answer mine.
No, I can't.
He's in Bellator. He's in the 36-year-old action man. 36 years.
No. He's your fighter 2021. He can't be the prospect for 2022.
No. Keep your eye on Jeremy Kennedy. I don't really have too many prospects because I think we put enough pressure on prospects as it is that I think Chimaev is honestly he's
he's beyond a prospect.
He might be all our votes next year.
I'm gonna pick Jeremy Kennedy in Bellator because I've seen him fight. Nice. I've seen his ferocity. He's incredible. He's Canadian. I don't know. He's great. And nobody else is going to pick him. So I'll pick Jeremy Kennedy.
That is true.
That's definitely true.
Super nice. He's just so nice.
I'm also going with Bellator. I actually, several of my picks were from Bellator because I think Bellator does a little better job of getting these uber ultra crazy prospects.
It's just their promotions that suck. They're horrible at promoting themselves.
One that isn't my pick, but JJ Wilson, definitely up there. Mowgli kid, continues to be up there. Australian Savage, for sure. Danny Sabatello, I think he's going to win the bantamweight tournament this upcoming year.
What?
Danny Sabatello is a problem, man, and he's not fun to watch, but he's so good. My pick, though, I can't believe Lewis doesn't know this. I drool over this prospect. He's always a minus 2,000 favorite. Jalen motherfucking Bates is the goddamn truth. He's the gift to MMA. Yeah. He is so fucking good. Learn the name Jalen Bates, people. He is the future of the sport.
Your face lights up. Yeah,
dude, I love Jalen Bates.
Who lets that happen? That's so dumb to me. Minus 2,000.
I mean, Jalen Bates earns it every single time, man.
That's fucking dumb right there.
He doesn't make the odds. He just fights. But he's 22 years old, extremely intelligent, athletic. I think he has like close to an 80-inch reach at like he's got everything you could want. And then if we're counting it, Manon Farrow, but I don't know if I'd count her as a prospect or not.
She's a little older, right?
Yeah, she's like 30, 31.
Yeah, but she's been sneaky.
She's so good. Her and King Casey are
Casey O'Neill is definitely a contender. I should have picked her extremely.
And then
Kenny!
Yeah. and then my last one would be Any Nurmagomedov.
Okay.
Any Nurmagomedov.
Usman Nurmagomedov.
Usman,
any of the one
Nurmagomedov is
in the UFC or in Bellator right now. Like
any fighter from the mountains is an automatic.
If it is a cousin, if it is a cousin of Khabib, you are a prospect of 2022.
Yes.
Like,
not true. Any Nurmagomedov is a prospect no matter where you go.
Any Nurmagomedov.
Any EV or OV in your end of your name, you are automatically shoe in as a prospect. Steve, what do you got, brother?
Those are my picks, though. Yeah.
I'll toss a few names in. I think Ann Gary, he looked really good in his UFC debut. I think he's got the size, he's got the power. I'd like to see what he does.
He's got the documentaries. He's got like 4 on YouTube. It's crazy. Like it's just
promotion. Erin Blanchfield is another name. I thought she looked really good against Miranda.
Hell yeah.
I hate to say that.
21 years old too.
Yeah, she's super young. Mm-hmm. And then I'll throw in Patty the Baddie.
Oh,
yeah,
because they're gonna give him the Sean O'Malley treatment.
Dude, they're giving him Donald Cerrone. How fucked up!
No, that fight's not happening. That fight's not happening.
Easy fights, big names, easy fights. We're gonna all be talking about Patty the Baddie all of 2022.
Right.
They're gonna rake him for all the money they can.
No, he's not getting tested. It's not even right. He's not
he's gonna get the O'Malley treatment.
Yeah.
Is that what you want for your pick, Steve?
I had to toss him in there.
So true.
This is like high school. This is high school. What do you call it? The smile.
He's the popular guy. Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's the guy.
Fatty the Patty. Patty the Fatty.
Fatty Pimblett.
See, he's got the worst look for the best marketing.
God,
he's another scouser. He's from Liverpool, so he's
I hate to bring this up, but he's fucking racist. Go ahead and go last hour, and then you will realize who you're supporting. Oh my God!
Oh man, they're not going to stop talking about him
since he was 17. So it's many years, but he's been tested in Cage Warriors a lot. Mm-hmm. Double champion again. You know,
I don't love him at 155 though.
No, I like him at 145, but he's getting, but he's a big boy. You see him when he's off seasons; he just gets fat.
He's about to get two. He's about to get 2 straight knockouts if he faces Donald Cerrone.
He's not going to face Donald Cerrone. That fight's not happening.
The grappler with 2 knockouts.
Cerrone, who has given literally 40 years at least to the UFC.
I think it's 50 now. I feel like
Cerrone has been in the UFC since I was in diapers, and like he's currently on a losing streak. He was just in the combat jiu-jitsu against Craig Jones. And
didn't go well.
I don't know.
Lost again.
Yeah. It went better than Sean Strickland. It went better than Sean Strickland. Did you see Sean Strickland in combat jiu-jitsu?
No. Wait, no.
Sean Strickland just like walked away from a world-class Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt.
Jumped from the back.
Yeah, and got choked out. Like it was the weirdest shit ever. He just like walked and gave up his.
Doesn't surprise me though. Sean Strickland's gonna Sean Strickland.
Still, at least Donald Cerrone did better than that.
He's not the brightest bulb in the pack.
I just thought if we were talking about
Patty the Baddie, dude, I've agreed with you all night, Steve, and you had to Patty the Baddie. Jeez,
I'm a big Barstool guy, and he signed with Barstool, so
you're going to be talking about him in negative. He's going to be your Sean O'Malley for 2022.
Oh, 100%.
Like in the UK, people are very mixed on him.
Like I'll be making fun of you both.
Everyone is mixed on most English fighters. Like Darren Till is 50-50 in UK. Most people don't like him.
I'll take 7 Darren Tills over Patty the Baddie.
Patty the Baddie is the same as Till. They are like identical.
They are not.
They are. They're very overrated.
They're not. Louis.
Very overrated. They're very overrated.
They're not though. They're very different though, Louis.
You can defend Till. I defend
I'm not
Till
even
a
Till fan, and I would happily marry Darren Till over.
Why are we talking about Darren Till? Holy fuck! Are we talking about the most overrated fighters in the MMA?
Wait, Aaron.
Darren Till.
Aaron, we know how Lewis feels about Till.
Oh my god, Darren Till is such wolf tickets. Put him against anybody in the top 45 right now, he loses.
Wait, so does Patty the Batty. Why are you so stuck on Patty the Batty?
Oh, I'm not defending Patty the Batty. What corner are you painting me into?
Both on the exile.
Yeah, absolutely. But Darren Till is so fucking overrated. It is insane to me.
He's been exposed.
Over and over and over again, and he keeps being a favorite, and I keep cashing. Put him against Nicholas Dalby, and Nicholas Dalby beats him. Come on.
They've already done that, I think. But
Darren Till is trash.
But that's what I'm saying. Paddy's going to be exposed if he gets rushed too quickly.
He almost got it.
Exactly. No, I'm listening.
If they do the treatment that they do with Sean O'Malley, he's going to look shit hot and really good. He's going to get clipped, but he's going to get these highlight reel knockouts or submissions. And he is
just like a little baby.
He is a phenomenal grappler. He got his black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Here's the airplane, Patty.
That is exactly what's happening. And
Paddy is a phenomenal grappler.
Dana's going.
He is.
Phenomenal grappler, black belt at 20 years old. He is insane. He's so
all
good.
about the highlights.
He took his time. He took his time to get to UFC too.
He did.
Shouldn't be all about the highlights, though.
But he's going to end up going 3-0, and he'll be ranked probably by the end of the year.
Yeah, he turned down the UFC twice, gets into UFC, beats Vendramini, who's pretty good.
Steve, I didn't know
he is pretty good.
Meant so much.
As a first fight in the UFC, he's good, Aaron.
For the prospects, we're talking prospects.
Yeah.
If he can go 3-0.
Prospects means a very different word in Dana White's world than it does to people who actually appreciate the art of MMA. Just so you know, prospects in Dana White's world means it is very different than those who actually watch MMA. Just so you know.
You're not wrong. He saw it. He says, Patty, you're going to be the guy.
He saw marketing ability. That's what he saw.
Yep.
He said,
and he's going to go 3-0.
Conor McGregor fans are going to love this fucker. Let's put him in
go more than 3-0.
Exactly. Yeah, he might even go 4-0. He'll be sitting at the number 15 ranking. We'll be talking about him all year.
I will.
All year. Top prospect.
He might rematch Vendramini next. You never know.
Fuck it. Do it.
I think we all should get Paddy the Batty wigs and just wear it on this just to piss you off.
No, you'll catch me wearing a papuka before you catch me wearing a Paddy the Batty wig. I'll wear the papuka. I won't wear the fucking Paddy the Batty wig.
But that isn't even my pick. I just wanted to talk about it.
I know Steve brought him up.
I just tossed him out there. I had to toss him out there.
It's a good. Don't you slag off these Brits? Okay. My pick is
Brits, Lewis. You've been on fire.
Dominic Wooding's my pick. Prospect of the year.
Hell yeah. Let's go, Dominique.
Wooding.
I forget what we were even talking about.
Your prospect for 2022. Dominic Wooding, Black Panther. He's coming in. He's coming in the UFC and he's going to make a proper statement. 25 years old.
Right.
Yeah, he's the man.
Has the UFC signed him yet?
No, but it's going to be coming.
Yeah, it has to.
It has to.
Yeah, so, it was after his last fight, it was amazing because a lot of times where guys aren't in the UFC and they start to kind of call for their UFC shots a little bit soon usually, or there's an argument, but when he said it, I remember hearing, I was like, yeah, there's not really an argument here. He's not fighting for Cage Warriors again. Even the Cage Warriors president's yeah, you're too good to fight here.
Yeah, Greg Boylan is really good.
This might be the podcast that gets Dana to sign this motherfucker. You never know.
Yeah. Literally, Dominique.
So for that, I'm voting your boy as well because
Black Panther. Dominique Wooding.
Yeah. There's a few coming up through Cage Warriors that you could definitely have. I think Sam Creasy would have got a call if he didn't bottle it again.
I'm going with you as well, though. You got my vote, Lewis, because let's beef up someone from the outside. Let's do it. You got my vote.
Yeah. Go get some more UK guys in.
Daddy, I swear to God.
And there's a good friends of the show anyway. Mustard MMA put a question on their Instagram with, "Do you think there will be a British champion in 2022 with so many coming up?" As we're all English here.
Aspinall.
I'm fine with Aspinall. I know Aaron, you like Aspinall, but
Aspinall's not winning a title in 2022.
No, not in 2022.
Yeah,
he's moving quick. He's moving quick. He's already 10.
Leon,
it
depends. It depends on how you feel about Leon Edwards against Kamaru. That's probably your best chance, I would think.
Or if Arnold Allen fights 3 times a year for once.
Arnold Allen
he just won't.
No, when is he ever?
He's phenomenal, but it's once a year.
He fights. Yeah, like Arnold Allen is like Zabit, where it's just like guys, what guys fight each other and like let's go. Like what are we doing? Like let's.
Because if you look at Arnold now, he stays in shape all the time. Dude never gets fat.
Yeah, I know.
So what's he waiting for?
Brother's a powerlifter. They're all like phenomenal shape. You know how good he is. What he does to these people, basically.
I don't particularly care if there's a British champion. I don't put a lot of thought into that as an American. I'll be honest.
Regionally, I feel like us Americans are like we don't care where they're from. We're just looking at talent.
I mean, I would love to see.
Never had one though.
Yeah, it's Leon or bust, I think, for 2022.
All right, well, Brazilians really are reigning supreme. Are we all going to fight Brazil on this one now? Like, let's just let whoever's the best.
No, it's a Russian takeover. It's a Russian takeover. Let's be honest.
Poland.
It's a Russian takeover.
They've had their day in the sun. It's time for some other regions. I don't care.
No, they are deep.
No,
the roster is deep.
The sun is just beginning.
It really, it's
God, dude.
The Russian takeover is brutal.
It is so crazy how good they all are. It's just like
they fear nothing. Like
they fight from when they're babies. They're wrestling when they're 1. Like they're just like, what is happening?
Fighting for their lives.
Like while Americans are like, let's not have them wrestle.
Here, come wrestle Bear. And Khabib's like, all right, I'm gonna wrestle Bear. I'll be a great champion one day. And then, there he is.
And here in America,
yeah, we're screwed.
Basically, we're so screwed.
Basketball 2022.
I do think he will. I mean, he's a young guy. He's going to be around.
He could move.
Heavyweight's thin. He'll be there.
Also, this is MMA, but heavyweight is a tough division. So, but
oxymoron. Heavyweight's thin.
I'm rooting for you. You're a British champion, brother.
Me too. We need more than just Bisping. We need more than Bisping.
Oh God, Bisping.
I keep forgetting what fight.
Don't start slagging off the best man.
Woodley's mine. You got mine. Lewis and I are on the same one.
We got Wooden. Oh, I like Wooden. Cool. That's
Steve?
all my questions, unless you guys want to.
I forget who Steve picked.
No, don't mention the name, Steve.
Okay, you're right.
Aaron Blanchfield.
Okay, Blanchfield. Yeah. Got to be careful.
Jalen Bates here.
I'm fine with Bates.
I'm close with the Jalen Bates after watching him perform.
Yeah,
your face lights up when you see him.
Yeah, it's just like the argument against him is he hasn't faced anybody great yet, but that's kind of what makes him a prospect.
Yeah, it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming. But a Bellator, maybe not. Not sure. He might have to move.
Wait, I said Jeremy Kennedy. My bad. I'm sticking with Jeremy Kennedy.
Yeah,
which Jeremy Kennedy is. Can we get an age check? Is he 31?
Get the fuck out, Aaron. How old are you?
32. Like, I'm not a prospect.
Fuck you. I'm going Woody. Lewis, I'll stick to my original pick because Aaron's trying to get me on a technicality real quick. So
I'm not trying to get shit. It's Tom busting balls.
Woody, baby. That's my pick for prospects.
Excellent. Right, unless you guys have anything else to talk about. That's all my questions out.
This is great. I miss MMA. I'm excited for January 15th.
Yeah, man.
December 30th, make sure to tune in because there's some sick fights.
For the grappling
matches.
Good grappling. Fury grappling.
So
thank you guys for putting up with my energy and my screaming and my arguing.
It was a pleasure.
Time to talk to.
It's fun. It was fun.
Yeah, this is great.
We got Jason Herzog. Jason Herzog is ref of the year. Trevor Whitman is coach of the year. Chris Curtis versus Phil Hawes is upset of the year. Michael Chandler beating Dan Hooker is KO of the year.
Yes.
Crazy.
Submission of the year, Steve. Your pick. Susha at his arm. Fight of the year. Volkan Ortega. Fighter of the year, Cyril Gahn. Pay-per-view of the year, 268. And prospect, it's going to be Dominic Wooding.
Okay, yeah. I love it. I love all of it.
With Jalen Bates and Blanchfield.
Yep, those are great picks and not just the same old picks that everybody's making. I like
exactly.
I agree.
Be mad at those.
People in the comments, where's Masvidal?
No, it was a great. It was seriously.
Ain't for you. This podcast ain't for you.
Yeah, 2021 was a great year in MMA all the way around for all the organizations, and yeah, I'm looking forward to 2022 getting back to a little more normalcy.
I appreciate you guys coming on the channel this year as well. We got nearly hit 500 this year.
Dude, on your way.
Go.
Hell
Keep on growing, baby.
But I can't wait for 2022. Easy peasy. Now we
And
got a rhythm
Steve,
going.
it has been a long time since I talked to you. It's nice to see you. And go support his new channel, the MMA Minute.
True.
Quick breakdowns, does great job. If you want
60
a quick,
seconds or less. I'm in, I'm out.
I love that though. For us ADHD people, we need that quick shit. We need that quick fix. So,
Exactly.
perfect.
Check it out. Thank you.
Go
It's a
check them
pleasure.
out.
Good. Perfect. Cheers, guys, for all this.
And Aaron
Check out the
dog.
clips. I'm going to clip it up as well on YouTube. If you haven't got the 2 hours, you will have 10 minutes. So
Yeah,
Thank
check
it was
you.
fun.
each category out. It's all timestamps coming out. So cheers,
It was
guys.
great. Thanks for having us
Thank
on.
you.
Thanks, Lewis.
Good night, everybody.